Hello and welcome to another episode of Couch Potato Queens Big Brother Chat. I'm your host, Josh Mendelson, and we're ready to get this going because you know what, guys? Big Brother might not be over, but it's not over for us, okay? We're going to keep the party going, all right? Steven, are you excited for tonight? We have a special guest.
We got Azza in the building, and I'm so ready to talk post BB24 season. Post season is like it's almost better than the season itself.
Oh, for sure. And V, like, we have Azza here, okay? Like,
finally. Oh my God, this is what, 4 out of the cookout, correct?
4 to 6.
Yes, 4 to 6, their fourth member of the cookout. Like,
oh my
awesome.
God.
And Frank is here too.
I'm not Queen Azza, but what's up? Look, I'm on CPT. You know,
Couch potato time.
that part.
That part. That part. I hate you.
He's on couch potato time.
You know what?
I'm on couch potato time.
You know what, Frank, on couch potato time. We're gonna. You know, Frank, are you excited for our guest today? I'm so excited.
My God, yes.
I love her. She's like one of my favorites from the season. No question at all.
No questions asked.
Let's bring her on. Let's bring her on. Okay, I'll do a little intro speech first. So our special guest today is a legend and a member of the infamous Cookout Alliance, known for her loyalty to the Jokers, her amazing cooking, and her upbeat singing and dancing. Azza stood out throughout the house. In the end, she lasted all the way to the final 3. Legend, okay? Today she is seen teaching her fans her amazing cooking recipes on social media and on her house chop events. I really want to go to one of them. Major, by the way. We are so excited to have the amazing, beautiful queen here today. It is Azah Awasum!
What's up? You have me dying backstage about CPT. Wow, that's a whole new time. That's a whole new time. My bad. Couch potato time.
Because Azza, baby, you know what I was talking about. But,
I know. I love it.
And I'm so sad I didn't get to like chit chat with you before, but like, thank you so much. I love you. Like,
thank you, Frank. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to meet you. I found out where everyone is from, but where are you coming from?
I live in New York.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yes.
So you guys are all over. That's awesome.
We are. So Frank actually is from Metro Detroit. So I've known Frank since we went to high school together, and we are now in our mid-30s. So, you know, we've known each other a long time. So
it's so good. Yo, I'm in a 30s. I'm 30s gang too. It doesn't look like it, but I am 30s gang, and I love it.
Yeah, you're
right.
I mean, you're
baby, we not cracking, right?
What'd you say?
We not cracking.
No,
so, like,
exactly.
That part.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh, where do we get started, Azza? Let's talk about how your event went. I want to hear all about it. Did you cook anything
looked amazing.
special?
Thank you. It's still just so surreal, this life I have now. And just how everything just comes in a full circle. With all the stress and everything of putting this event together, having to change the venue the day before, trying to make sure to lead everyone the correct direction, and planning this along with Kai across the country. I was super stressed because I wanted this to be perfect, but it came out amazing. 1 year ago, right after Big Brother, dazed and confused, I walked into Rocco's, and that's kind of where the after party, unofficial after party was, where everyone was hanging. And it's just so crazy that at a day's notice, Rocco's was kind enough to let us use their beautiful location. And it's the same exact place where I got to see Taylor Hale get crowned. It's just amazing. It's awesome. It's beautiful. We had over 250 people in attendance. People who didn't even watch Big Brother hitting me up were like, this literally looks like a Super Bowl party, but it was literally people from all races, colors, and creeds gathered around to just dance, eat, have fun, and watch Taylor Hale get crowned. It was amazing. It was honestly just, it's a night that I'll never, ever, ever forget. I've done 5 of these events now. And this was definitely, I have to say, my favorite one, even though my first one was in my hometown, DC. And it was just so cool. I mean, we had Kevin come out from BB19. We had the absolute legend of all time, Danielle Reyes. She came out from San Francisco. I was so humbled by that. Oh my gosh.
I have questions. I have so many questions about
Same
that.
sis.
About that.
Amazing. Like I don't know what to. There's no words I can describe to her. When I was putting this event together, you know, there's people, alumni, who reach out and say they want to come, but I specifically reached out to Danielle and asked her, I would love if she would make it, and she accepted. She has not been going to these events for a while, so for us to give her time was very humbling, and she spent the whole weekend with us, and the way she rocked around, she was like, she wasn't a day over 30 in my book. It was amazing. She looks great, and we had a blast. After the show was over, everyone was so happy. We were just dancing, having fun. I was super, super, super tired because of just the hours of preparation I put into the event. So I knocked out right afterward. I went to sleep, but I'll never forget that night. It was amazing.
I watched the videos, and like the moment that Monty said like evicted Turner, everyone was just like, yes!
You know there's that like that GIF or GIF about like that they put something on the screen and there's people like going crazy like
that's what it looked like.
That literally was what it was.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, it's so cool to make these events and find. Before I got on the show, I was a huge fan of the show, but I was just the one out of my friends who watched Big Brother. It was like my little secret, you know? And to come on this show and see how actually, wait a second, people all around the world watch this. And then when you put these events, you just see all sorts of different people, old, young, husband and wife, you know, non-husband, wife, single, whatever, coming as a group, one person, all these people coming together just to have fun and just celebrate over like America's beloved summer show. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing.
Oh, incredible. I guess you post the details on your dress. We had GP313 that's going to be wearing that dress. So amazing. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
My pleasure. Oh, Gary, I'm glad. Oh, awesome. That's the dress I got from Deny You. Okay, great. Yes, I did. Thank you. No problem. I'm happy to share.
Can I just say that you have the best style of anyone that's ever been on the show? Like, everything you wear is stunning. It's a 12 out of 10. Everything. There's that one thing you put on that has, I'd be like, like not one thing.
Thank you. I know what I like, and I guess I try to buy for like what I know my body will look nice in. So, and I like to tailor things to me to make sure it fits well. So I actually really like that compliment. Thank you. Because I take a lot of care into what I'm wearing.
Amen.
Yes.
There was some things on the show. I was like, oh, she is gorgeous. But like, can I say, like, even like going on to Big Brother 23, you were my number one pick. As you said, you were a fan.
You were a lot of people's number one pick.
Because you were a real fan. You were not a fan that's like, oh, my favorites are Derek and Cody. I love Derek and Cody. Love season 6. Great. Love them.
You were like June and Allison.
You said June and Allison. I was like, yes. We got a real fan here.
I'm a true fan. I'm a true fan. My taste in the players that I like is very different from the way that I ended up playing, or the way that I play, I guess you would say. But yes, I love June and Allison. I'm a weird person. I found a friendship hilarious. I think Maggie, early Big Brother seasons were very problematic, don't get me wrong. In terms of gameplay, season 6 gameplay was awesome. And in terms of gameplay, Maggie was a freaking good player.
She was
a good player. I gotta say it, you know. But yes, no, I love Big Brother. I've studied this show. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really look at the comps. I don't care about the comps. I just love to look at the social aspects of how people navigate the game as themselves. I find it so fascinating. So I am a true fan of this show. It was absolutely my favorite show before ever coming on, and that's the only reason why I applied for this show, because the only reason applying to TV was specifically because I love this particular show.
And you know what, Azza, I'm gonna give you your flowers, sis, like queen. You did get a lot of like people were like, oh, your strategy wasn't top notch, blah blah blah. Who gives a fuck? You played such a good social game, and I think a lot of people don't take that shit into account. Like, it's a social experiment. It's a social game. You came out of that. You didn't burn any bridges. You had a good relationship with absolutely everyone. And I just want you to like wear that crown so gracefully as you do, because you played a great social game. And I don't think that you particularly get the amount of credit that you deserve for that. But as somebody that's been watching this since season one, I have season 3 to 6 on VHS in storage. Like, I studied this game, I watched this game, and you did what you had to do, but you also kept it so classy, and you bonded with everyone. That alone is good gameplay. Fuck a competition. Like, that's good gameplay.
Comps don't matter. You keep these people fed for one.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I thank you so much. I mean, I learned, even playing the game, I was humbled. I learned a lot. I thought, as a big fan of the show, playing the game, this is what I had to do. You have to win the comps. You have to do this. You have to do that. Then I gave in, and I'm like, wait, okay, Azza, you can't win these comps. You suck at these comps. So what you gonna do? How you gonna get to the end? Like, okay, you suck at comps, you know? And I definitely remember having to literally just adjust and figure out. The only thing I had to worry about or struggle with was me as a person. I wouldn't call myself an emotional person, but I feel. When I'm sad, I'm sad. When I'm happy, I'm happy. It's kind of seen on my face, and I take everything very, very, very literally. And I had to navigate my own personality and how to use my personality to be able to still get through this game. And I get frustrated at times because I feel like my game gets misunderstood. But I also think about how much time it took me. It only took me playing the game for me to realize that there are different ways to play this game. And I at the end of the day, I'm very proud of where I got to go, where I got to. At the end of the day, I end up being the person that was able to decide my own destiny. And I'm happy about what I did. I'm happy about what I made. I understand people want an entertaining game or this or that, or they feel you have to manipulate, lie, cheat, steal to get to the end. And I just didn't want to do that, and figured out a different way to get to the end. And I'm proud of myself, and I really appreciate that.
As you should be. As you should be.
And you almost won. Honestly, if you would have won that final challenge and taken Big D to the end, you would have won.
You would have won.
I was confident in that, and I'm a little delusional. I felt that at the time I knew it was an uphill battle with X. When I say that I didn't want to, when I say I didn't X deserve third, I didn't mean that I felt like he should win. I rather would have taken him and gone toe to toe with him, and fought for specifically 5 jury votes that I was looking for from people whom I knew I made the closest social connections with. So call me delusional, but I feel with X it wouldn't have been. I can definitely tell you it would not have been unanimous, and I would have given him a run for his money even if I took him.
I think so. Potentially, yes. I think so. It was great. But
Thank you.
Can we talk about the fact that we just crowned our first Black female winner in 24 seasons? Oh my God!
Winner! What a winner!
Like, amazing. As you've gotten to hang out with her this week, like you hung out with like.
I have. Unfortunately, I'm back in DC now. But I just got to say, I mean, when she got crowned, I didn't know. I was so surprised at how emotional I was about everything. Like how I literally just started. I'm in the middle of this party, Super Bowl party. Everyone is screaming, dancing, having fun. And I'm in the middle of the floor going, just crying.
Yes, of course.
Just crying. And I'm like, with tears streaming down my eyes, I'm like, why am I crying? When I was finally able to articulate and put everything together, this win was so cathartic and vindictive for me. To see someone who started up at the bottom, who started up as the underdog, who was treated the way that she did, to see someone have to dial back, like dark-skinned women have to do all the time in order to make sure that everyone feels you have to dim your light so that others can shine. See her forge her path and earn herself to Final 3. And seeing online still people trying to diminish the accomplishments of a Black woman, which they do constantly, which they've done to me for an entire year, trying to diminish her accomplishments and things, and see her. I love the way that I always give honor to God and everything. I love the way that God works, but she got quote unquote carried, right? And people always talk about a carrying, but nobody can now use the term carrying ever again because she got brought to Final 2 but she articulated her final path so well and mopped the floor with her speech that they had no choice but to give that crown to her.
No choice.
Did you have goosebumps during that speech too? Because I had like,
I'm getting them right now.
I was
Literally.
I was sitting with V and I started crying. I literally
Oh,
started
wow.
crying.
I was so emotional as well too. But it was a win in so many ways. Not more than it was a win in terms of, yes, her winning both the crown and AFP, but it was also a win in her finally being able to see, the underdog story win, or the good person able to get out in the end, and I don't want to call there people who are good or not good. That's not what I mean. But the person who decided to play a genuine game the whole time, and to see all the labels and things that were put against her, not only in the house, but on social media, but to see her to be able to get over all of those challenges to the end and win in such a beautiful, amazing, inspirational way. It just meant so much to me, and I couldn't help but feel emotional about it and happy. And like I representation is so important, and I'm happy that so many other girls felt the same way and could see that watching her win, because it was extremely well deserved, and she mopped the floor with that speech. Okay.
Yes. And speaking of speeches, in 1964, Malcolm X is my idol. He's right there in the middle of my wall. He made it in 1964. The most disrespected person in America is a Black woman. And it doesn't even matter if her gameplay was trash, if she didn't have good reads. And Tiffany said this too on the pod, she had a weight on her shoulder. And she had to carry that weight. And every week, every time she was a pawn, she had to fight. She didn't have a week to just chill. She had to fight. So it doesn't matter if she was a comp thug, if she was a fucking strategic mastermind. The fact that they put her through that week 1 and she made it all the way to the final 2, you can't deny that alone is gameplay, because that is a struggle. And that is a struggle that a lot of Black women, like I said, I've been watching season 1, has had to endure, had to deal with, because they don't want to come off as aggressive. They don't want to come off as bitchy, angry Black woman. And it's like, damn, I can't even be myself, because if I try to be myself, you're going to label me as this.
And
so
she was never any of those things, yet she was still labeled.
Yeah.
As that.
Yeah. And that's the problem with microaggressions. That's the problem with microaggressions. That's the problem with implicit biases as a result of our own experiences. That's the problem with those things. And but her win means a lot more too, because Middle America was exposed to what colorism was. Middle America was exposed to a lot of things and issues in our community that, in the Black community, that people don't know about. And I gotta say this. I hate to say it like this, but as a Black woman that be dating and stuff, I've had a lot of challenges and ups and downs. And I mean, it was just nice to see the Black woman win for once in this time of
Yes. Right. Yes. Okay.
It's always better that Black woman all the life we had to fight.
Well, both of you.
The man leaves us or whatever, treats us like crap, but finally won.
We did it.
This was she did
facts.
Yes.
Finally, I can stand behind. That was the story.
Facts.
This was the win of all wins we've ever had. Like easily the most wins.
There's so many women in Big Brother history. You got Candace, Big Brother 15, who probably had it the worst because she was trapped in the house with that racist girl.
Are you sipping? Are you sipping? Are you? Oh, okay. I'll be back, y'all. Let's do it.
It's that kind
you still got your mic on. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, that's why.
Don't say nothing stupid. You got your mic on.
Okay. Okay.
I made a raspberry iced tea and cognac, because I'm Black. I'm predisposed to liking cognac, so it's raspberry and Hennessy.
Yum.
Oh, yum. I got my my wine, so that's.
I see.
I got this. That's what she has this evening. Thank you.
I got a Coke Zero.
Yep. Diet Dr. Pepper and
All right.
Zen, thanks. Sober life.
It's
LOL.
legal in Michigan. Okay. So what I was saying is, like, in history, you got Candace, you got Dominique, treated horribly, Dominique. They didn't even talk about it on the show, how badly she was treated by Paul. Like awful things he said about her. You got Kemi, who was scarred for life. This girl, like, beautiful, smart, amazing girl that if she was put on a different season, Kemi could have won the game 100%. Like, there's Davon, Bailey. There's so many women on this show that were treated like shit on the show for no reason, not given a chance. And you, Tiffany, and Chada, definitely you changed how Big Brother was, and that was a great thing. I think Davon's speech the season before changed things. I think the cookout changed things in an amazing way last season. Rooting for you guys was just like, I was ready for that season. I was like, season 23 was incredible, and then now Taylor winning season 24, like, just that moment.
It's a path, and it's going upward, and it shows, when you look at it each season per season, it seems incremental, but when you see it over the span of seasons, you see actual progress. And I'm just excited as to where we can go, because I won't lie, in the beginning of the season, I was like, oh my gosh, are we taking steps back? But this is definitely a gigantic step forward.
Oh, like, definitely. That was the biggest underdog story arc we've ever seen. And like, with Taylor, like that, I mean, the biggest. She's the first person in BBUS history, for one, just alone, to be on the block on eviction night, week 1, and win the game. The first to ever do it.
Yep, absolutely.
She did that.
She did.
All right, can I apologize? I'm sorry. I have a whole film crew filming on my roof. Azza, I had to. I'm not leaving, but Azza, I had to do this. But if I go in and out, just for everybody, I apologize. I'm working right now, but
he wasn't
gonna rude.
No worries.
He was not.
All right.
Azza.
We're gonna. Frank will be in and out.
I'm not missing Azza, huh? That's just my disclaimer. So if I'm trust me, I'm dealing with a lot, but I made sure I was gonna talk to you, Azza. Like, you're kidding me? Like, yes. So yeah, that's my disclaimer.
No,
I love you. I'm here. Okay.
Okay. So what were we on? Okay, so we were talking about Black women in Big Brother history. I think that even like Danielle Reyes really started it. She should have won the game. To this day, Danielle should have won the game.
If only there was a jury house back then.
Hands down, the best. I still to this think the best female player in Big Brother history who goes on that Mount Rushmore is Danielle Reyes. No question.
Easily.
No question.
I agree.
She played the most flawless game in Big Brother history, I think, for an early season. Incredible. Like,
I agree.
So did you?
Oh yeah, number one.
You got to meet her and talk to her. What did you guys?
Yeah,
do?
I mean, it's so surreal. So I have kept in touch with Danielle since the season has ended. Since season then, we've reached out through different type of mediums and things. Had a beautiful 3-hour-long conversation with her back in July, where I got to know her more, and I just admire her so much, just as a woman of faith as well too, as a player. And I sent the invitation asking if she wanted to come, and she thankfully relented and asked and came out. And I mean, just her incredible insight on life is amazing. Her incredible insight on the game, and then when you find out that she is, I don't know if I should take it away, but she's half a century old. She is 50. It's crazy.
Word.
She doesn't look a day over 28.
Nope.
She has children who are older than me. But her awesome insight on life, to hear her talk about the game, and someone who played the game so long ago can still just kind of map out and see and strategize so well, and being able to click things, of just like, oh, what happened? This and this? Okay, well, she has these 3 options. It's so fascinating to see somebody like that, and someone who has a natural it factor. This game now we've had, when I came in the house, I studied a lot of people before me. I tried to figure out, okay, how do I play like this? What if this happens, this? But that is someone that had literally no playbook. And just from her own self, from being her actual self, was able to manipulate and strategize to get to the end, and absolutely most definitely deserved that win without the jury votes, without the jury being what it was, and kind of wanted to put her in her place, if that makes sense. But to see the path that Monica played of playing the genuine game that she did, and Danielle playing the strategic game that she did, and it's still coming short, and then me playing whatever type of different gameplay I did and coming short. But for the to come full circle and Taylor to get there and win against many different types of odds is beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's just incredible to me. Like, there are women in Big Brother history like Danielle, now Taylor, you, Tiffany, Chada, like that have just done such good things for the community. I think we brought in new fans the last 2 seasons. So many new fans who had never even watched Big Brother are starting to watch this show now. This season, Big Brother 24, apparently there was what was, did they say that this was like #1 for live feeds? Like this was like the most.
No, it was like there was like some like I don't know million or billions of hours like streamed, like total from like episodes and live feeds.
Yeah.
Like
this is like your first season watching was last season.
My first season was the cookout season. So like I said, I've been blessed. Every season I've watched has been pretty good, except for Celebrity. But we're not going to talk about that.
Well, let's watch it. Azza's friends with the people that the person that we know. We should go there. Let's go there because all of them were at his house again. So Azza, as you know, the fans aren't too big a fan of Todrick, but we know all of you are friends with him. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so for me, I have a lot to thank Todrick for. When I left the house, there's something very unique and special about third place. Third place is, one, you're the last person evicted, and everyone else in jury kind of has that time to decompress and be around each other before going out to the road. And then the final 2, at least you got the final 2, you didn't get evicted. You don't get that experience of like leaving the house and all that thing and all of that. And after the show, I struggled a lot. I kind of went into a state of shock. I wasn't able to talk much. I was very disoriented because being in the house for 85 days and suddenly shocked with the outside world, and suddenly, a lot of people knowing you and having very polarizing opinions on you. It was a lot for me to take in. And Todrick took me in. I stayed at his house for 4 days, and it was literally type of like a halfway house rehabilitation environment for me.
Yeah.
I watched the game and, was a fan of the game and was a fan of, his favorite player was Hannah, and I evicted Hannah. And I was seeing online.
Wait, I'm so sorry. His favorite player was who?
His favorite player was Hannah. His favorite player was Hannah.
Okay.
Yes. And then I evicted her. And a lot of people had very strong words and strong opinions on, me doing that and had a lot to say. And I remember being almost afraid to approach him because I wasn't certain if he kind of like looked at me the way that these people online did. And he instead treated me with love, put me in the Wizard of Oz room because he heard how much I love the Wizard of Oz, and let a whole stranger let me stay with him for 4 days until I was kind of able to recuperate myself and get back home. That is something that I'm never ever going to be able to. This has ended up being probably the most hardest thing and somewhat traumatic thing I've ever done in my life, even with it being such a beautiful opportunity. And for someone to do that for me, I can't see myself turning my back on him.
Yeah.
So
that's your friend. That's your
I understand
friend.
that completely.
That's your friend.
And even with me doing having a lot of things happen to me in the house from people who are close to me, I never use my platform to condemn anybody. I've never done that. To this day, even with the things that happen in this house, if you look at my tweets, I'm very careful with my tweets. I never publicly condemn anyone.
No.
So social media asking me to condemn a man for an experience.
Goodbye with that. Like, and sometimes like
it's a no for me, dog. And I don't know if ands or buts or qualms about it. And people might feel some type of way. People might say whatever. But I mean, while, a good amount of social media was trashing me, this man took me in. So I don't feel any obligation to social media. I'm sorry. I will do whatever.
Period.
I think
I will do what I want to do. I stand behind. And in the religion that I follow, nobody can judge anybody or condemn anyone except God. So don't expect.
Damn.
I agree. And I don't
think drop. Okay. Like Azza, like dead ass. Like it was so crazy. Like, who am I to tell you people on social media how to condemn another grown man who's my friend? You don't know him. And it's no shade. Yeah, people do shit on Big Brother that we don't fuck with, but those are the same ones that do shit every day that everybody want to fuck with. So who are y'all to tell me how to condemn my friend over some shit that is based on a game? And I respect that. And I'm not a Todrick fan in terms of certain things, but I'm a fan of his hustle. I'm sure he's a very nice guy. He did play a hell of a game, no shade. But it's more like psychological stuff. But I respect that response because it's like you don't have to tell these people anything. Like, who are you to condemn me or trash me for what my friend did? And it was a hard time. Like, that's when Tiffany started following me. I was just like, oh my God, like, I'm like a Tiffany bodyguard, like on social media. Like, how dare you call a group of Black people squatters? How dare you call a group of Black people, they're living in his house? Fuck y'all. And there's no shade. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, and that's something to say too. It was very interesting how they very quickly went to that when a majority of the cookout was not doing that. A lot of people said, go get a job, you're homeless, and things like that. Look, I live in Washington, D.C. I wish I had a free landlord, okay? For my little hood house. Okay, I call it. Yes, I live in the hood, but I call it my hood palace. I pay a pretty penny for my hood palace. I wish I had a landlord that let me be there for free. My landlord's a nice Lebanese gentleman, okay? He's not Todrick, okay? It was very interesting to see, like, people were so quick to say that and to put these labels on these things. It's like, guys, I haven't been to LA since I left the house. I've been here chilling the whole time. I don't really know what you want me to do. I don't know what you would like me to say. I really wish I could.
And you're not obligated. You're not obligated. You're not.
And I kept sharing that and all that stuff. Like I'm not obligated to those things. And I know what I do, what's in line with my values. I have decided never to use my platform to condemn anyone. And I don't plan to do that. Maybe I'll feel convicted differently in the future, but to this day, I've never done that no matter what, even with things that have been done against me. So I don't know why you expect me to do this against somebody who you feel did something to someone else when I haven't done that when somebody did that to me. You know what I'm saying?
And
my thing is, like, if all the people who were like hating on that, like, if like, it doesn't matter who you are. Let's say your friend went on Big Brother. What would you just be like? Oh no, they were terrible. Like, no, you would always back your friend up.
You
like,
still be the friend,
right? You would always have your friends back, no matter who you are. If your friend went on Big Brother,
I have a conversation with him. That's my business with him. That's not yours.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Unless your friend's Kyle, because if you're friends with Kyle, honestly, you need to just quit.
And before we get to Kyle, about Todrick, I am a fan. Disclaimer, because I'm a brand as well. I'm just a brand in a different light. But just a disclaimer: I don't dislike Todrick. It's just different. I like him. I could tell he's a very sweet and nice guy. Like, I could tell he would be so much fun to hang out with. He opened up his doors, like his home. That is humility. That is kindness, and that is grace. And as a nobody to like knowing him, who am I to judge a person's character? Because he went for the jugular with shit, but you know what? It happens.
It was a game.
That for me
happens on Big Brother.
It was competitive.
It's a game, but that doesn't take away from the character of the person and what he has done for y'all. I think that's beautiful that he opened his home for you guys to have like a safe way to like come. This is transition, and what better way to transition with your family, with the people you've been there with, and y'all can talk about it. And so the comments might not like it, the viewers might not like it, but I respect the shit out of Todrick. They're like, I watched him from American Idol to now. That is beautiful. His story is beautiful, and I understand where y'all coming from, and I get it, but they don't get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's okay. People aren't gonna. I've finally come to a bit of a revelation the past couple weeks. You know, like we talked earlier, my game is misunderstood. I found myself getting to Twitter discussions with people, you know, back and forth and things like that. And I realized no matter how much facts or things or points or obvious things I make about my gameplay, someone still goes back to the fact that, well, you're still dumb. Well, I still don't like what you did. Well, you still play this. And I've come to realize it doesn't matter. It takes life experience and enlightenment for people to kind of get to another place. And it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. A person is just going to just kind of have the opinion of how they want to have. So with that mind being said, I'm just going to go and tweet and put out to public what I feel is important to myself, what I feel falls in line with my values. And I'm not going to hold myself under obligation of anybody. I'm not here to satisfy men. I'm only here to satisfy one person. I might cuss like a sailor, but I still respect that person up there, and I respect the way he feels about me more than anyone on social media or online does.
Absolutely. And this stuff is like, it's sometimes, especially Twitter sometimes, like a lot of the social media platforms can be very toxic. I've been in some of those, what are the things that they're doing now? The chats or whatever. They're like Spaces. They are going off in those spaces.
They go off. They went off. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I heard something. I just be online, and somebody was like on a space. They called me a clout chaser, and I'm like, me? Me, a clout chaser? What?
I'm sure it was Lays. That's her name. Her name is Lays.
Wait, somebody called you a clout chaser?
I am
a clout chaser. I fall asleep when every single pick's getting taken. How am I a clout chaser?
Wait, what they said? You're a clout chaser for who? Like, and what? Like,
what's recently that I've been clout chasing the past couple of weeks. I haven't even posted most of my interactions with
baby. Azza, that is a small minority that's saying that, because baby, if I was on TV or Big Brother, bitch, I will not you, bitch, but I will fucking clout chase the fuck too. What's up? I'm on TV. What's up? What's the next bag?
Hey, look at me.
What's the next bag?
Hey guys, look at me.
Isn't that what reality TV is? Like straight up, like you're about to be on TV.
And like your first year after that too, like come on, like that's not clout chasing. Like
it's not clout chasing. It's just it's clout chasing you.
I mean, can I say something really quick? Paloma was a clout chaser. Paloma was a clout chaser. That's a clout chaser. She didn't last too long. So, like, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone from your season was, I think, a clout chaser. I think your season had, like, a great cast. I think everyone on your
I chased with water, by the way.
All 16 people on your cast, Azza, none of them were like that. They were all here to play, or maybe didn't know the game. They were there. I don't think anyone was there for, like, social media. But, like, this season, Paloma, I will say it. I'll throw her out there. I'm not a fan of her. I don't like what she did. I don't like the post she made about Taylor after she left the house, made that Instagram post. Like, she posted a little meme about saying that, this is what people think about, they are accusing me of being a racist. I was like, that is not cute. Like, not today. So I'm happy she was not at the reunion.
All right, yeah. Well, fuck Paloma, and we don't even talk about Paloma. But and we said that shit. I was about to turn the camera off to get another drink. Wait,
Listen here, say Say it with your whole chest this time. Damn.
All right.
Okay. Bam.
I think we have some tea to dish, so let's go, Azza. What are your thoughts?
On Paloma?
Yeah.
Okay.
She don't know her, but
yeah,
I can't wait to hear it.
Never heard of her.
I don't know her. I actually don't know her. My thoughts on Paloma. Okay, I have to give my thoughts on the whole game in the first place.
Okay,
this
let's
is
go.
how I look at Big Brother. This is personally how I look at Big Brother. It might not be the way that anyone wants to, but I view Big Brother as a microcosm of America. That's how I always look at it.
Yes.
Period.
I look at it in the seasons before the 50% diversity and after 50% diversity. I look at it with fascination, even in these past couple of years, in that little subjects that are very prominent in Black, because we have more Black people in the house, subjects in the Black community are now being brought to the forefront, like colorism, like misogynoir. And now we see that on a bigger forefront. And I personally feel when looking at Big Brother, how I prefer to look at it is I don't really try to look at people to kind of point and say, how could you be this, you racist? In my most white people are racist. This is just because of the benefits of the systemic things that have happened in our society. And when you have particular types of variables put in that house, such as removing you from friends and family, removing you from those blockers and things that can kind of keep you in line and keep you straight, removing all those and dangling $750,000 in front of your head, your carnal nature comes out, your implicit biases do come out. And I think that a lot of house guests in the house were people who, once those things were, they always had things to kind of keep them in check when outside of society, but when they got in the house, things became different when desperation and trying to make sure and survival of the fittest came in. And that's how when I view that, I try not to kind of put it on people. I try to make sure everyone knows. I also saw when watching that Paloma definitely seemed to be going through a mental health struggles while in the house. And I know how stressful that environment is. So I kind of look at that situation a little more delicately. Now, what I would like to see from her is I think for myself, when I got in that house, it was an opportunity of self-reflection for me. Even myself, I look back at things I did in the house or how I responded in some ways, and I could relate it back to experiences in my life that I might have responded subconsciously to that wasn't right. And I think it's very important to take that accountability when you are in a house. Inherently, this isn't something that people can really help. It's things that have been ingrained in us. When you see someone, for Black women, we are constantly attacked and pushed against when we are seen as too strong or too confident. That's a fact. That's just what happens. And you don't, nobody wants to be a colorist or considered a racist or considered a misogynist labels, but we might have those traits that come out, and that's when particular variable situations come out. And what I would like to see from Paloma and other house guests is that accountability of that, because nobody is perfect. I will not lie, it doesn't help with cancel culture and social media pointing in their face, because when it's put in their face that time, immediately your defense mechanisms go up, and you don't want to be considered that way. You end up turning away and trying to act like you're not those things. But instead, address those things, hold yourself accountable, look at it in terms of self-reflection, and see that how you can move forward.
I agree. No. Absolutely.
And just because we're talking about colorism, I'm a dark-skinned Black man, and I love light-skinned people, like, obviously, but like, just speaking on the fact of the matter is a lot of Caucasian people, my beautiful co-host, I love y'all, but a lot of Caucasian people, white people, y'all don't know really the effect colorism has on dark-skinned people. We have to deal with colorism from white people, and then we have to deal with colorism from Latinas. We have to deal with colorism from light skin, and there's just this air of superiority because, especially in our culture, light skin, he light skin, he cute. She light skin, she cute. So sometimes when we meet certain light skinned people, they come off with that air of, I'm top priority. So I'm and I said a lot, not all. They come with this air of, I'm better than you. So now we have to deal with that for my own kind, because light skin in our community is considered like top notch. Even though I think Black is beautiful, like shit. I like my niggas purple black. But in terms of but
Frank keeps it 100, just in case you haven't found out.
yeah, I keep it 100. But that's a stigma in our world and in our society and our community. Is just like, if I walk into me and Steven, we went to a Spanish bar. Steven came to visit me in New York. We went to a Spanish bar, and I felt so insecure because I was like, I'm not light skinned. I know, I was like, I'm not light skinned. They probably want each other. And some of the people that were approaching me was like, I'm not good enough, or, I'm not at the top of your list. And that reflects for our community. That is colorism. Or this dark skin, like, whatever. I know I'm light skinned. I'm this, that. That is a huge problem in our community, but it's there. And that is, in my opinion, colorism. And they're going to treat you like that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and absolutely. And that, for me, what I get mostly more is if I carry myself with confidence, people feel threatened and immediately say, let me put her in her place a bit, or who does she think she is? So people kind of immediately think that while I might be sitting there staring at the wall or minding my business, people think I'm stuck up or aggressive or this or that, because I like the way that I look. I like the way that I dress. I put effort into my appearance. When I speak, I don't speak timidly. I speak with confidence, and people kind of feel like when they see the tone of my skin, they kind of seem and look at me as like, who does she think she is? She's feeling herself too much. And that's another bit of colorism that comes from women from that case, and from men, of how can this person, with these types of traits and these things, why does she still consider herself not valuable, but attractive and things like that? And then when I talk or when I say things, immediately things that I say are perceived as too aggressive, too upfront, too in your face, and people feel the need to constantly put me down and put me in a way that I need to be more palatable, which basically means by being a doormat for you to be able to deem me as or someone to be able to talk to. But anything above that, I'm doing too much. Love you too.
That's what we go through, and that's why I had to be on this pod, because Azza, like, I see you, I respect you, like, I have so much love for you, because even in your season, I hate to say this, but unpopular opinion, I do feel like colorism might have played a small part. And this is not normally said, but I feel that's all I'm gonna say, because I also filter myself as well, but I do think it played a part, and that's why I give you your crown, because I saw it in your season. You dealt with it. They don't want to talk about it, but you dealt with it.
I didn't go through even 1/10 of what Taylor experienced, but the small amount.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but the small amount that I did experience did a lot of damage to my mental health, and yes, you are correct.
Yeah. So can I ask you about, like, so those moments where you would want to, like, and even with the fandom, crazy asses, even with the fandom, they were like, oh, you're sleeping, that is a fucking form of colorism. Like, no, you're sleeping and you're having moments of yourself because you're going through a lot. You're like, and they don't realize that. You're going through a lot. You were the only dark-skinned Black woman of that season. Taylor was the only dark-skinned Black woman of her season. Like, of course, Taylor dealt with colorism from Jasmine and Amira, and it's no shade. She did.
Major.
She did. They saw her. If Taylor walked in, like, that's a bad bitch. If Taylor walked, or if Taylor was a blonde woman, white woman with blonde hair, I guarantee she wouldn't have been targeted the way she was.
Yeah.
At all.
Mm-hmm. No, it's very true.
Easily.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, even before going in the house, my strategy, I knew what I wanted to do, but my stretch from seeing other people who looked like me before, I saw Dominique, extremely smart person who, as soon as she disclosed she was a nuclear engineer, she was targeted to get out of the house. I made a cognizant effort to dial back, to make myself playable, to make myself in a way that I could appease other people. I did that on purpose. And there were constant situations of where I was, the situation described me being specifically by quotes, intensely angry, aggressive, and confrontational. When I look back, that wasn't a fact. But the thing is, these, like I said, Big Brother's a microcosm of the real world. This is what I go through in the real world, especially as a woman working in tech as well. The way that I deal with it might not be the way that other people can, but for me, I'm always thinking about the long term and what's ahead. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? Fine, I'll dial back. I'll be the character. I'll be the, I'll step back and I'll let you do whatever, because I'm always thinking in terms of what's the end goal for me. But it's nothing. Like I said, these are constant problems or things and issues in our society. And what we can say from these things is not pointing fingers at people, but look at these games and say, how can I learn from this as a society? How can we learn from this as a person? How can we learn from this as a community? And how can we get better? And
take accountability. The people need to take accountability.
Yes, take accountability. It's very easy, like I said, to point these fingers, but we have to be honest and look at ourselves in these situations too. We can improve as individuals.
Right. If I see someone on the show that may have made some mistakes, but is taking accountability, owning it, and showing that they're owning it and moving forward and growing as a person, I'm here for that. Like, I heard that apparently Taylor said in interviews that, like, Nicole and Amira were sincere apologies that have acknowledged it.
And I'm sure.
I've heard Indy's doing it. I know Alyssa made some sort of a statement, but I don't know what it was. So I don't know. I haven't heard too much about it. But did you see any of the people that were awful to Taylor? Like, you met all of these people. Were any of them taking accountability and apologizing, or?
Actually, I've not met everybody. So I was doing a lot of planning for the party. So
yeah.
I was at the Airbnb. I actually haven't stayed with Todrick since I left the house.
Yeah.
I visit him often. I was at the Airbnb getting ready, and then once that, me and Brittany on Monday went straight to Disney World. So I didn't see most of the cast. I know I love Brittany. Yeah. I went to dinner with some people on Monday night, and so I ended up meeting Joseph, Taylor, Indy, Monty, Turner, and Pooch. I sat next to Indy, and I see that Indy, from the conversation that I've had with Indy, she seems to be wanting to take accountability for things. And I gave her, I told her, what I'll probably tell every single person, which is use this as an opportunity of self-reflection, see how you can grow. There's no other experiment or thing in the world where you can literally see and watch what you did with no rules for 3 months and see how you can become a better person. And while you do that, build a good supportive community that can help you in this time, because this is a very hard, traumatic experience. And it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. And see how you can take that, learn from yourself, and move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And Indy, you know what? Indy kind of, I can see why Indy would be one to acknowledge it and want to grow and want to move forward. That doesn't surprise me with Indy.
Right.
I know that Taylor did. I know with Taylor, she said that Nicole and Amira kind of, said something or like went to her and sounded genuine. So it really just, it's something I want to see. Like people like Daniel, for instance, has not accounted for it. He's making fun of it and still calling people clowns. He's not owning up to what he did. He thinks it's a big old joke. So like that's someone that it's hard for me to like him because he has not acknowledged it and really move forward. He seems like it's just all big one joke. And that's someone I have a problem with. But everyone else so far seems like they're...
No, I feel that. And I mean, I think it's two separate things. I think on one end we shouldn't point fingers, but I think on the other hand, absolutely, if you treated someone like crap or you kicked them like a puppy, like take accountability, bruh. Like, I mean, that's just what should happen. They're two. I see them two. Those are both separate distinctions of things that should happen. You absolutely should take accountability for what you did. It's a very unique time for you to be able to see yourself, really see how you are as a person, and take accountability for that. You take that opportunity. This opportunity not many people are able to have and become better. And take accountability. Just take accountability.
Yes. Take that accountability. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So let's talk a little bit more about your season, Azza. I want to talk some BB23 a little bit. Let's go into that.
I was muted.
So of like everything that happened, like going into the cast when you went in, who did you instantly like the most? Who were your favorites? Like outside of, if there was no cookout, okay, if cookout never happened, who would have you wanted to align with right from the beginning?
The Jokers?
No, I would say of my team, me and Brittany, I immediately had to admit to her. Outside of my team, definitely DX. And I would say DX and Claire. So my first week, I made an alliance called the Kingslayers, and that was alliance with me, Tiffany, Claire, and Brittany. And that first week, DX was kind of put under wire, and he ended up winning a veto to save himself. But all that time before the veto, I didn't want him to leave. A lot of people were kind of moving away from him because they thought he was a target. But one, I was safe for the week, but two, I liked the guy, and I developed a huge connection with him. So I would definitely say DX and Claire for me.
Absolutely. I love them. DX, Claire, like you guys had, there was like a little click I could have seen of like you, DX, Claire, Brittany, maybe like Tiffany thrown in there, maybe Chada somewhere in there too. But like all of you like could have gotten together. That would have been fun. But I'm happy with I'm happy with
I have a question. So Azza, so if there was no cookout, first of all, let me just say this. I'm the Chaos King or Queen. If there was no cookout, first of all, I love the cookout. I like y'all are the reason why I'm doing this pod. If if y'all didn't do that shit last year, I was like, after 23 seasons, Big Brother, it's been fun. But like y'all made me watch live feeds. I lost friends, just looking crazy. But so this does not take away from the beauty of what the cookout did by any means. Mm-hmm. If there was no cookout, fuck what everybody thinks of their favorites and everything. If there was no cookout, what would your ideal? And I say this too. I've been drinking now because you want to pour your next drink? Let me know. I cannot wait for next season to not even look at color. Like, just be like, I can't wait to just root for who I like. We already had the first black winner, the first female winner. I'm so excited for next season because it's like I'm going to go in that mindset without thinking like, I have to root for the black man. I have to root for the black woman. And of course, I'm going to always root for everybody black, like Issa said. But at the end of the day, it's so refreshing to be like, next season, I'm going to watch it and just root for who I fucking love is playing the game. So that's my disclaimer. So if there was no cookout, what would your end game be? Who would you fuck with? And like, how would you like map out your game plan?
Well, I remember week 3, I had to make the decision to push my personal game to the side. When I came in, I specifically did not want to, it's going to sound weird because I ended up riding to the end with 2 guys, but I told producers, I said, I wanted to get the men out the game. I was tired of the Derricks. I was tired of the Codys. I was going to grab them by the ball.
A real fan of the game.
Exactly. I wanted to grab them by the balls and make sure that they didn't get anywhere to get in this game. And I specifically said that. I can't say because my relationships with people end up going in ebbs and flows depending on the cookout with people in the house. But I know for a fact DX would have definitely been somewhere in my final 6. And I would have made more of an effort to, I decided not to quote unquote align with him. I had a genuine relationship with him, but I decided not to align with him because I didn't want to hurt him and go back on that because I was so loyal to the cookout. But I know for a fact DX would have been in my endgame plans, and I would have probably wanted to take the Kingslayers, which was Tiffany, Claire, and Brittany, to my endgame plans as well.
So Tiffany, Claire, and DX.
And Brittany.
What and you said Tiffany, DX, Brittany would have been your end game.
Would have been my endgame plans because I would have been very faithful to the alliance.
I would have loved to watch that. I would have loved to watch that.
I would have loved it too. Like we love Brittany here.
We're happy. Oh baby, I'm happy.
I will say all of these. So Brittany is just an angel. Like we had Brittany on our pod, and like I have.
Hold on, everybody. I'm sorry.
You're peace now?
1 second. I love you. 1 second.
All right, I'm removing you for a second. Okay, so we had Brittany on with us. I'd say a couple weeks ago. It was the same week we had Tiffany and Brittany. Same week.
Mm-hmm.
It was a crazy week for us. I'll tell you, Tiffany and Brittany, like, what? Okay. Yeah, but when we had Brittany on, she's just the sweetest person, and she's just amazing. And I felt so bad for her your season. Like, she just kept going on the block. And there was one week where you're like, put me on the block. I'm going on the block.
I know.
Don't put her on.
Talk about a ride or die right there.
I couldn't take it anymore. I was just like, look, like the mental anguish was too much for me. Like, cause she would come to me and be like, why? What did I do? And I would know that she was going on. And I'm like, I just don't just let me be. Just let me be the pawn so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, we loved her. V, ask us a question, something about Big Brother 23.
Oh my goodness, where to start? Honestly, so I always ask the house guests this, and I might as well just throw it in now. As a person who is trying to go out for next year's Big Brother, what would be like your best piece of advice for somebody just to go into the game with, I don't know, I guess like, insider perspective?
To get on the show or to go in when you go in the game?
I guess both.
Okay, I have two different.
Oh, you're getting on the show.
We're getting V on next season. First non-binary contestant.
Okay, I'll give a little advice getting on the show. Put a lot of time and effort into your video. And make sure that in your video you're not talking about how much you love the game. Talk about who you are as a person and the unique attributes about yourself. And of those unique attributes, how it can help you play the game from your life experiences. My first time I auditioned, I spent 8 minutes just talking about how much I love the show. I didn't even get a call back. My second time, it was 2 minutes, and the time allotted, and I talked about me, all about me, my life, my experiences. Talk about me. I'm from a polygamous family. I've come from an African royal family. It's an African Game of Thrones. I'm perfect for this environment because all my life I had to fight, So I take different pieces from my life, and then I thread it into how it's going to help me in the house and how I'm going to play the game. For people, when you get on the show, I would say observe yourself in social situations. You in social situations is going to show you how you're going to be in that house. So how do you respond to social situations when you're in conflict? Are you aggressive? Are you confrontational? Do you peel back? Observe how you are, and just know in the Big Brother house, you're going to be that times 10 because everything else is removed. When I'm in confrontation with people, I might get a little tiny bit emotional a little bit, right? In that house, I cry 10 times a day. So make sure that you know however you respond to things in the house, it's going to be times 10 in the exaggerated amount. And you'll kind of be surprised about yourself in a person, but at least knowing this advice, you'll know what to prepare for.
Good answer. I like that.
I think like V would be great for the show. Like personally, they are first non-binary contestant. They're outgoing, spunky, fun personality. So V, I wish you the best of luck. You should go for it. It would be fun.
Thank you. I'm trying. I mean, as a barber stylist, I'm used to gossip and I'm used to having to hold secrets for people. So I feel like this is kind of my territory.
Honestly, V, right here is what I'm getting too.
That's perfect.
Rockstar Turner vibes.
That's it.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, yeah.
That's
so
the thing. I'm gonna have to watch my language on the show though, because I don't want everybody having to like bleep out half my conversation.
Look, I cussed like a sailor in that house. Do not worry, okay? I cussed like a sailor. My parents were like, Azah.
And okay, Azza, do you watch Drag Race?
I do watch some. I don't watch recent seasons, but I do watch the Drag Race.
That's on. You're from Cameroon, correct?
Cameroon!
Like, your family. Cameroon! From BB's Day. That's what I was going to say. Your family's from Cameroon. So I was like, do you know who BB is?
Yes, Cameroon.
Yes. Because when you were on the show, you said Cameroon. I was like, oh my God, it's like BB.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so cool.
Wait, Azza, I'm back. I'm in my office now. So, but what your family is Nigerian? Cameroon. Oh, okay.
Like BB's Zahara
Okay.
Bidet.
Yeah.
Okay. I was listening. I was like, yes. So I'm glad my stage, but like I hear you. Like it's so fascinating, and I'm so thankful that you're here to talk to us because I honestly hear you, and I give you so much props that a lot of people in the community don't like register. And what you had to deal with, like props to you. And you're cool with everybody. That is black magic, black excellence.
Thank you.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm back, but yeah, I'm good. Yeah, but yeah.
Welcome back, Frank. V was asking Azza a question about like trying to get on the show, trying to interview, and then I asked Azza the Cameroon thing. So hey, we're good with that. So yes, okay. I have another question, Azza, about your experience on BB23 because a lot of people ask about this. Do you regret how you handled your head of household, and if so, why? And if not, why?
I don't regret how I held my head of household. If anyone understands the type of person that I am as a person, then my head of household decisions will make absolute sense.
Yeah.
As you can saw, I was very consistent the entire time of gameplay. I play a loyal game. So I don't make a deal unless I know that I'm not going to be able to break it. I was the only person in the cookout who did not have conflicting deals. Everyone had deals with everybody.
Yeah.
And the way that I was once I finally made my deal, I was going to stick to it. I approached other people in the cookout for final twos and final threes, and I was turned down. And
you did.
Yeah. So I approached Big D and X, and they accepted, and so I started working with them. And so I didn't want to take any type of final three deal that did not include Big D. So by that time, I already had one. Kylan then came to me and he told me that he wanted to he wanted to make a final four deal with me. And he said, and you don't have to take me to final three, but I want you and Big D in final three with me. So I was like, well, that has me double safe. I don't even have to honor this final three that he states. Now, he was lying, whatever, but I don't have to honor that final three that he states. So that means I am guaranteed final three because X and Kai will probably go after each other. That's what I thought inside my head. Mm-hmm. So the casualty of war ended up being Hannah because Hannah never approached me with any deal. She never said, I want to make a final two with you. She never said that. Now, people tell me that she did. I said, well, that's nice. She told you guys on camera. But she didn't tell me.
That's very true. So I understand.
Yeah,
so I don't respect.
And
oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'm sorry. You're the queen. You talk like.
Okay. And so when it came down to that, my secondary was like, I was going to say, F the deals. Let me just get Kai out because I did not know if I could trust what Kai had to say. But one thing that I find very interesting is people, like I said, people continue to diminish a Black woman's accomplishments. They seem to put Hannah not at the same threshold as they would put a Kai or an X. Hannah had jury in her favor emotionally, just like I did. Hannah was very smart and strategically came up with many things. And at the end, if it was final three, she had the best memory in the house. She definitely could have won the game. That's a huge threat I feel I took out, in my opinion. She also, if it was me, Hannah, X, and Big D, I truly don't know if X would have kept me. I think X had a great personal relationship with Hannah, and probably even if I made Final Three, it wouldn't be with Big D, whom I felt I needed in Final Three for me to have a chance of winning the game. So, in my opinion, my decisions were incredibly logical. There was no emotion that was put in it. I wanted to play the game as loyally as I could and keep up with my deals and still take out someone who I felt would be a threat if I sat next to them in the end. And I felt like I made the right decision at the time, and I still don't regret it.
I don't regret it either. You did what you had to do. It's the game.
Facts. So Azza, you know, I Tiffany is honestly one of my all-time favorite players, and it's no shade. But so is Danielle, Reyes, all of them. So I tweeted this like obviously last year. I tweeted so much shit, and like if it like I'm a fan watching. I feel like I love Tiffany to pieces. So my thing was I'm like, damn, I tweeted if Tiffany had a better relationship with Azza, if Hannah had a better relationship with Azza, they could have been a force. Was that kind of the like? Was that kind of the like the? Is that what you feel, or like? Is that kind of like the?
Yeah, we actually talk about this in the cookout. We talk about this in different situations and things. I think I may not have been able to win competitions, but I'm incredibly loyal. If I decide I'm going to stick with you, I'm going to stick with you. In that game, it's very rare to find people like me who will be a number for you. X got a real favor by having me as a person for him because I kept him safe at Final Five. And I stuck with him because that was the person who made the Final Three with me. I stayed very loyal to X and Big D because that's how I am. Me and Tiffany end up having ups and downs in that house and things like that. And I don't think she knew or got yet how much of a loyal person that I am in the game, where it doesn't matter if I feel it. Even how I am with things is how I play this game is if I feel like I rock with you, even if I notice you can beat me, I'm still going to rock with you anyway. I'm never going to try and plant seeds behind your back or talk mess about you. No, like you have a number with me. So I think I would have been definitely been able to be a force because I would have been a good number. And if I had been approached you or had worked or had formed some type of relationship with Tiffany and Hannah earlier in the season, it would have been much more difficult for me to be able to work with the men, which means that at 6, I probably would have been the option to go, or 5. And Tiffany and Hannah probably would have still had more of a chance at winning at the end. Because I probably would have been the first to go. I wasn't it because I play a little game.
And I agree with you. You and Tiffany had a really tumultuous relationship in the house. So, like, sometimes you guys would be getting along well. Sometimes Tiffany would sometimes get a little paranoid sometimes. And you didn't, like, absolutely nothing. You were loyal. And then she would start questioning your loyalty. And then you guys would be having a fight for the day. And then Tiffany would be going off like, I'm done with her. I'm not ready. It was somewhat comical. So like
that's family. That's family. Like my thing is I love I was rooting for Tiffany. I'm like that is queen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are both queens, but like I was like, damn, Tiffany, if only you had more of a strategic relationship with Azza, baby, you would have won this game. But she did a lot for the culture. She had the master plan. So that's my girl. I fucks with her heavy. We from Detroit, heavy.
Yeah,
but
I F's with her too. I fucks with her too.
Hey.
Okay. My computer's about to die. Can I go grab my charger real quick? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Go grab your charger. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
So what's up, viewers? Okay, Big Sissy Banana, I was waiting to talk to you.
Okay.
Whoever Big Sissy Banana is, Taylor does not represent me. Good. Fake woke. Whatever. What's next? Because this bitch been talking a lot of shit. How was Taylor bullied? Wake up! If you talking about fake woke, bitch. I'm a black woman and thought BB24 was the Taylor show, not bullies. No, she was fucking bullied, boo boo. What's up?
And it was still the Taylor show too.
It was still the Taylor show.
She was bullied.
Damn, I thought I said bitch, and I'm sorry, I didn't know you was a female, but you're that's bitch tendencies. What you're saying? Sorry.
Frank, don't feed the trolls. Let's ask an actual.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm with the trolls. The trolls, come on.
All right. Let's ask another question here. I'm gonna say, who would like us to potentially do a live once in a while that updates on what the Big Brother house guests are up to on Twitter. Big Brother house guest drama. Would you guys watch that if we continue it? Because that's something I'd like to keep the Big Brother thing going because everyone here loves it. You know, not everyone's like watching Survive or others. I want to keep it going. What would you guys be up for that, V, Steven, Frank? If once in a while we went live to update on what everyone's up to?
Absolutely.
I would go live with y'all just to talk. I would just go live with y'all just to talk. Would y'all just want us to go live just to fucking talk? We can still be couch potato queens and talk. The fuck?
Yeah. Absolutely. For real. Sounds great. Okay, we like this. You know, we will have some jailer questions.
Wait, Josh, you want to go to Amazing Race? You want to apply? That's not my ministry, y'all. But like the fuck.
All right, Azza's plugging it in right now. So
I got next question.
Okay, Steven's got the next question. We're good.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
All right, Azza, I got the next question. So, since Big Brother 23, have you attempted the moonwalk again?
Y'all are funny. I have not. I do not want to trip and fall again. That was really painful, guys. You might not have seen it, but it hurt so bad. I hit my funny bone in my hip. It was horrible. I have not attempted it since. I want to keep all my limbs. I don't want to break no bones.
You were feeling your oats. You were feeling your oats doing it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. I got a question about the current season. I'm sure you have followed Twitter or memes or everything going on. What was your favorite meme of this season or GIF or post?
I'm not gonna lie, the memes this season weren't hitting as much as last year.
They weren't. We only had we had some good Taylor ones and whatnot, but your season was so memeable. I was having a field day the entire season.
So many. What was your favorite about your season? What was your favorite one coming back and seeing?
Let me think. I like my memes. I know that sounds terrible, but I love my memes. I loved there's one I use every time where Kylan's in the DR and he's like, somebody's lying. We can't figure out who. I don't know why that one is so funny to me. There's one meme, not really a meme, but it's this video of Big D walking up the stairs and they have it to him walking in heels. And I can't explain what's so funny about it. He's walking from the Joker's room all the way to the HOH room. And it's literally just him, a fast forward motion walking up to the HOH room. And I always use it me when I want to go talk to the manager. You know, I love that one.
Yeah.
Let me see which else. I'm not gonna lie, the olive shook up meme from me cracks me up.
I have a favorite live feed clip of you. You were talking to the cameras, and it was when they were doing the BB Bucks or whatever. You were talking to America. You were like, "Why aren't y'all giving me no money?"
Oh yeah.
And Dave Vaughn retweeted that. She was like, "Can y'all please give my good sis some money?"
I was so confused, man. I was like, "Do y'all don't like me?" And at the time, I was like, you got me down in the 50s with SB and Cut. I don't like him either. Why you got me down there?
Were you ever able to meet Queen Davon?
I have. She came to our Chops event in February, and she is an absolute gem and queen in person. It was such a super honor to meet her.
I genuinely want to be friends with her. I feel she is someone that she reminds me a lot of some of my friends from high school. Me and her, she's the same age as me. Me and her would hit it off major. Seems like so much fun.
No, she is a lot of fun. She's very humble too and down to earth. It was such a pleasure to meet. I've met her. I've been able to meet Davon. I've been able to meet Monica from season 2, who is just such an amazing, genuine soul. My God. Just like, I met Jody from season 14.
You met Jody?
Robbed.
Yes. I'm looking forward. I would love to meet Chima one day.
Okay, Shima. Let's talk about Shima for a second. Ahead of her time, I feel like Shima is a legend. I think Shima got treated like shit and did not deserve
the bad end of the stick. And I loved her for being able to call out things when she first said on the blog, for her to call out the behavior that she witnessed in the house.
Week 1.
Yes. And production interference against my nerves, man, or whatever you want to call it, America's interference, to take a HOH from somebody that you want and give it to somebody else. Like, dang, that sucks. I can't imagine how I would feel. I hate twists. I hate the twists. I hate things that come in. But
agreed.
That house, with all those variables, it's very easy for you to get stressed and for you to get kind of like all that stuff to happen. And I'd be mad too.
Okay, so this one's, I'm just going to throw this out here because obviously I'm going to refer to this, are you pro or anti the person? But have you heard this yet? Have you seen Terrence's thing?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Correct. That's the only way to answer that.
Accurate.
I don't, that term, like, why? Who thought that was a good idea?
Massive.
Who thought? I don't understand. I am anti-crock pot pussy. Okay. I don't want to ever see a vagina in a crock pot. All right. Or a slow cooker, or a pressure cooker, or an oven, or an air fryer. I don't want none of that. Don't give me no crock pot vagina or air fryer pussy. No, thank you.
I don't think a lot of people are fans of Terrence. I will say that.
How are you ever going to make a stew again, Azza?
I can't. I don't know why he said that. I'm just like,
Azza, okay, if you come to Michigan, can you promise me that I get to try your food? Because I need to try your food.
Absolutely. I'm actually thinking I want to, this last party I did, I have curated events that I do around the party. So we do like escape rooms and different events. I did Cooking with Oz, where people got to come and try my food as well too. And I'm learning how to make the food that I made in Big Brother house. And I'm actually curating right now, trying to do kind of like a food private chef dinner party tour around the nation. So Chicago or Detroit is on the list.
Okay. If it's in Chicago, me and V will come. We will come.
Oh, yay!
But if it's in Detroit, even better, because you have.
Now that we got a whole rack of kings and queens in Michigan, I might put that on the list.
You got 3 winners plus another winner that I don't.
Yeah.
Nicole Franzel, but the other 3 love them. Nicole Franzel, she's not from Detroit. She's from the tip. She's from Ubley right here. We got. So Ubley up right here. That is not Metro Detroit. Metro Detroit is here. We got 3 winners and a legend from that area. Actually, no. X is from Kalamazoo. No, he's from Detroit, right?
Well, he's from He reps Kalamazoo.
He's from KZoo. Yeah, so he's from like the middle. So he's a lot of my
Kalamazoo's Kalamazoo's
KZoo's around here.
Okay.
KZoo's
Michigan got some winners, I gotta say. I mean,
you got 2 winners and a legend from this area. Okay, you got Dan Giesling and Taylor from Detroit.
The last 2 seasons,
Tiffany.
The winner and AFP winner, all Michigan.
Wow,
literally, and then I'm trying to be next. So
this is special.
Let's go 3 in a row. Let's just turkey it.
Here's the thing, though. If you're from Michigan,
I went to school in Kalamazoo.
I
was listening.
Okay, we're talking about Michigan right now. Frank,
I went to Western Michigan. We're ex Kalamazoo is where West Michigan is.
There you go.
Yeah, if y'all from now on, if you're from Michigan, you get on the show, just say you're from Alaska.
I would lie. I would
Anchorage.
I would say Vegas or LA or Chicago. I would not say Michigan. You know that's going to be a thing next year. Someone's going to be from Michigan, and they're going to be targeted right out of the bat.
I know. Get them out. Get her out. Get them out.
Honestly, you're a past contestant. If you were on the show again and someone said they're from Michigan, you'd be like, done.
I would, but I have to tell you guys, I'm a one and doneer. I don't think I'm going to be back on the show.
You wouldn't do it again?
No, too much.
That's a lot to do Big Brother. I don't know how people have done it multiple
I don't know how
times.
people do it again. That show
What
is so
about
stressful.
what about a 30-day, like a mini version,
Like a blitz?
like a blitz?
I don't think so. That house is so stressful. It's just a lot. And then the way that I am too, like the way I am, I want to end on the high note. If I came back and came in 10th, I'd be pissed. Like if I come back, I gotta win. You know what I'm saying? And for me to win, I'm gonna have to learn how to do these freaking comps. Like, and I don't know if I don't know if I just have it in me to be able to do some. I'm gonna have to have a little bit more comfortability than I had last time because I was still making.
Well,
they changed it up this season though. They had the
yeah. Azza, let me tell you something. I gave Big D a shout out on Twitter, and I was just like, your voice was like the reason why they changed the comps this year. You know, like the comps were very like appeasing. You know, it wasn't like a strong alpha male had to win because that's just how normally it is.
Yeah.
It was very appealing. It was appealing
The
to
most
like
physical
everybody.
one was like OTEV, which I mean that's a given each year, but like that's probably the most physical one I can like really think of that they did.
They definitely switched it up. I think there's been I call generations of Big Brother. You go generation 1. I'm not counting season 1. Season 2 to season 10 is generation 1. Then you have season 2 to season 9. You got season 10 to season 14, generation 2.
15's on its own.
15's on its own. We don't count that one. Then we get 16 to 22, which is the Derek and Cody generation. Okay, so you were the start of the new generation of Big Brother, Azza, your season. But I still think the challenges for your season were generation 3 challenges. Now is this season they have this new generation of challenges, so it's not all physical challenges. It's not all challenges that are catered to an athletic man. Honestly, that's why in generation 3 of Big Brother you had 2 female winners over 8 seasons, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so like I feel like they changed your season. Unfortunately, I think was very catered to old generation 3 challenges. Do you agree on that?
No, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. There was because even though these things look like carnival games, there was difficulties attached with them. I think with the circus challenge for the final 8 HOH that Tiffany won. I think about of course the wall. I think about bump set veto, which is a veto that I end up sticking my legs really bad first. I can see that, possibly this year that there was a little bit more of I wouldn't say crapshoot, but carnival type of games that were introduced. But I still gotta say, I don't think I'm gonna go back though. I think I'm good.
Wait,
I was gonna say I have a quick one. If you could go back to any season and whatnot, like which season do you think you could play and win?
6.
Oh yes, tell us. Let's have some Big Brother facts.
What side would you be on?
Which one? Which side would I be on? Okay, so I gotta struggle with that because here's the thing: like the friendship cracked me up. But you know what? No, I would probably still crack up with the friendship. But the thing is, I would notice that Maggie had the whole house wrapped around her finger, and I'd have to join the other side because I'd just be catering the game to win for Maggie. So I feel like I definitely would connect with Kaser, whom I actually met a couple of days ago, and I'm so happy.
How is he just as beautiful in person as you?
That was amazing. I'm a huge fan of his. He's from my favorite season. Even though June's my favorite player, season 6 is my favorite season. And after the show, I reached out to him, just letting him know how much a fan I was in the game. Let him know I also work in tech too, and we kept in touch after the season. And we had always been trying to link up when I came to the LA area, but we never were able to make it work. And he was going to come to House Chops when he couldn't attend. He said, okay, let's figure out for dinner. And that happened to be when we just invited Joseph, Taylor, and Hannah up. So it ended up being all of us that came out for dinner. And it was the most beautiful, genuine, insightful conversation I've met with BB alumni ever. It was awesome. He's such a wealth of knowledge, such a brilliant man. And it was an honor to meet him. And I'm just so happy that I'm a part of this awesome alumni, and he's included in that.
I love that. We had okay,
Yes.
so if you like the old school Big Brother, we had Diane from season 5 on actually.
Nice.
We did, yeah.
That was great.
No, I'm an old schooler. I love old school. Like
Yeah.
everything season up until before season 16. I love season 15. Horrible season in terms of the racism. The gameplay was very good. I have to say.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
we
I
talked
agree.
about this episode.
So Azza, you're a super fan.
I'm a super. Oh, I'm a super.
Azza, season 15, the second week where they take out Nick. I watched the live foods. I've been watching them for years. That week when they did that, and it was like Helen and Alyssa, and like I think Amanda was part of it, and they took out Nick in like a matter of 10 hours before the eviction. One of the best nights in live feeds I have ever watched in Big Brother history. Andy, underrated winner, great winner. He played a great game. Doesn't get slack.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, of course, I wouldn't say they get the same treatment as Black women do or dark-skinned Black women do, but this game can be very biased and diminish accomplishments from people. Andy is a member of minority community. He might be a white male, but he's a gay white male, and people are very quick to diminish accomplishments. We saw that even this season with Michael being the comp beast that he is and beating Janelle's record, but people still not putting respect on that. This game can be very biased in things, but Andy played a brilliant king. You can't put that in. I think he's honestly a top tier winner in what he was able to do.
Agreed. One of my favorite winners.
Unfortunately, he did come from a season that had a lot of disgusting behavior, but people still didn't want to respect on his name. And I think largely part of that is due to whom he decides to love.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was great. There were some really good characters, like Amanda was good. She's a little bit. As long as it's not Gina Marie or Aaron Grease, we're good. Those two.
Amanda was. I mean, I will have to say Amanda was very problematic. Amanda in the beginning
was a little bit,
It became problematic. Yeah. But Helen is my girl, though.
Helen. Helen was pushed.
Amazing.
Helen was pushed.
Helen was totally pushed.
Helen was so pushed. Yo. I tried to bring a shirt in the house that said Helen was pushed, and they're like, nope.
Because she was pushed. That's why.
She was pushed.
Amazing.
Yo, Azza, so you are such a beautiful, I'm gay, but you are such a beautiful, like, person, spectrum, like, whatever. Like, what is your love life like? Like the fuck? Are you dating somebody?
It's a hot mess.
Yeah, why?
Let's talk.
Okay, all right.
Let's find you a Jewish man. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so
when I tell you guys, I'm not gassing myself up or anything, but I be just like, what the heck, Azza? What is going on in this world? When I tell you the things that have happened to me concerning men, I don't know what it is. I've been terrible since men. I have. Let me tell you my story with men. Okay, I have a man who ended up being married for 8 years. Had no idea he was dating me. Yeah, and his girlfriend, not his girlfriend. He introduced me to his whole family too, and they knew. I know. I told it to the producers. That's what got me on the show. I've had enough who we were doing the good thing. We were not having the sex because we wanted to be Christian. We wanted to be celibate. He had a whole big ass baby on me. Big old 9.5 ounce baby. Yup.
What?
Yes. I've been ghosted.
So, wow.
I've dated. I was like with you. You know, let me try dating an old ugly man. I tried to do that. They still treat me like crap. It don't matter. They gonna treat you like crap. It don't matter. It don't matter if you go with the ugly, you go with the old. They gonna treat you like crap too. Okay?
Let's find you.
I feel so attacked right now. I feel so attacked right now. We are living. We're living the same life.
I was like, okay, you know what? Let me try white guys. I went no, because actually, so usually mostly date white guys actually, and then I transitioned to black guys, and then I was like, you know what? Let me try white guys again. I did this white guy. This white guy sat there, looked at me. He said, you know what? You know, your nose looks like Nala in The Lion King.
Wait, what'd you say? You said what?
It's so racist. No. Is that not?
Wait, pause.
Racist.
Pause. Wait, because y'all, let me hear, because I've been drinking and I just started smoking. Azza, what'd he say?
We on a date. He said, your features are so striking. I said, okay, thank you. He said, your nose, it resembles Nala in The Lion King.
Baby.
I would have rocked the fuck
Now,
out.
let me
Baby.
I would've rocked the
Throw my
fuck
drink right
out.
at her.
tell you what happened after. I told my mama. My mama couldn't look me in the face for 2 weeks. Every time she looked at me, she started laughing.
Shut.
And I was like,
Mama knows what you're gonna experience.
Lion King.
my mama
No.
was there. I was like, are you serious?
I
Every
would
single time she looked at me, she could not stop laughing.
Azza, if I was you, because you can sing,
Stop!
I would have looked at this guy dead in the eye and would have been like, Azza, fuck off.
No, that's just ignorance. That's just ignorance. That's all that is.
But yes, no, I am single as a Pringle. I go on dates. I like nice food, so I do go on dates and stuff. But I'm single, and my DMs are like, I got a whole lot of dusties in my DMs, and I don't mean that in like a mean way. I got a lot of dusties in my DMs, and I'm not a shallow person. Like I said,
even currently.
Even currently, look, I'm not saying this in a bad way. Look, there are pretty people and there are ugly people. I used to be ugly, okay? There was a time when I wasn't the prettiest person about it. I don't mind ugly people.
I doubt that.
I go for personality, so it's not, when I call them a dusty, it's not in the what they look. I will date an unfortunate man. It's okay. I've done it before, okay? I've done it before. When I say dusties, it's their personality. That's what I mean.
I'm sick.
Mm-hmm. Right, facts.
You're gorgeous. You are literally a model. Like, you are one of the most, I think you are one of the most beautiful women that has ever played on Big Brother, ever. And I said that. You can watch,
He said
I'm
that
sure
shit.
it's out there. I said that shit a year and a half ago. I said, this woman is absolutely gorgeous. And she's a Big Brother fanatic. What? Like, you were my number one pick. I had first pick, and I picked you. So
Thank you.
I love that. We gotta find you a man though. Let's find you a good man. I'm gonna find you a Jew.
No, it's good. No. Wait. Azza, question.
I went to Messianic, okay, not Jewish school, but I went to Messianic Jewish school. I will know all the prayers.
Oh my God, I'm Jewish. It was Rosh Hashanah this week.
Yes, it was Rosh Hashanah. Happy Feast of Trumpets. I know how to make some really good options.
What?
I love celebrating Purim. I love Purim.
Stop! You know how to celebrate Purim?
Yes, I celebrate Purim. I celebrate Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, Rosh Hashanah.
Okay. Azza,
Light the menorah. It's Hanukkah. I love. Yes.
I do this. Azza, what do you like on a bagel? Here's the Jew. What do you like on a bagel?
So I'm weird. I am a plain bageler, but I'm very big on my bagels. You're not going to see me just go to a grocery and buy no bagels. Like, no. You got to get the good bagels. Like, and unfortunately, there are not any good ones here in Maryland. Believe it or not, there's some good ones in Miami. There's a great Jewish community.
Yes.
They have good
Jew community in Miami.
Yes. Miami and New York bagel. Whenever Miami or New York, I have to have a bagel.
So you gotta. I know you like a plain bagel, but you gotta put the lox on it. You gotta put the capers.
Yes, I'll definitely put the lox and the capers, most definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
But a salt bagel though.
Okay,
yes.
I just want to shout out this viewer Colby317. Hi, new to the channel. Colby, welcome. And Azza is beautiful. Obviously.
Avi.
There we go. And Mason says,
wait, so Azza, so your preference is it black men, or is it just open, or is it like currently?
So I generally do usually date within my range. I haven't, but in the past year I have been considering exploring. Have I acted upon that yet? I've gone on like a couple dates, but I haven't. But my first, so speaking of colorism, how I actually, in high school and in college, black men weren't attracted to me. Like I would have crushes on black men, but they weren't attracted to me. And so the people who would approach me were white people. So that's who I dated really pretty much through college. And then when I moved back to DC, I experienced a lot of fetishism from white guys and things like that. And I kind of had to make a decision with myself as to how I was going to date moving forward. And that's when I decided, okay, you know what? Even if black men aren't attracted to me, I'm just going to wait to find someone who is. And that's when I started just making the decision to date black guys. But since then, I've been kind of like exploring and open to exploring it, because I feel life experience comes into play. And you know, possibly when you're in your 30s, maybe you're not going to be thinking as ignorantly or as, you know, you won't be thinking that way. So I've been considering it, but I haven't acted upon it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm
Heard.
Wait, you're 30.
So what do you think? So part 2 to my question. I'm sorry, Josh. I love you.
It's okay.
So-
Go for it.
So what do you think about they're gonna hate me for this and I don't give a fuck. What do you think about Monty?
Grab your drink, girl. Grab your drink.
That's a fine that's a fine ass nigga, and I'm sorry they don't like me for that. I know he did Taylor a little, you know.
If you could look back on my tweets on the first night of episode of the show, I was at House Chops, New York, and I tweeted out, I said, look, Monty is fine. Okay. I put that in my I did. I don't like to use my platform to condemn anybody. I will say that things that happened during the season hurt my feelings as a Black woman. So, yeah. But I mean, objectively, Monty is a very attractive man. And he's 6'4". You know, I mean, he's very tall. You know,
He has some beautiful behind.
So the reason why I asked that is because it's like, you know, I was struggling, and I'm just a fan watching, and I was just like, oh my God, this man is so fucking fine. He is beautiful. If I can find him in New York, oh my God. But the way he treated and acted towards Taylor was such a turnoff. But the redemption was just like, oh my God, yes. Just as a fan, like, you know, whatever. But I still study, and I study other Black men. I study, you know, straight Black men. I study people in period. So I was just like, is this weird that I still find this man attractive, even though I see how he's portraying himself to Taylor? But deep down inside, I feel like, for me, he'll learn, he'll understand, he'll get it. But that doesn't take away that the fact that I think he's a good man, in my opinion. He's just a little ignorant in certain aspects of I could tell he probably fluctuates with white women or the lighter skin culture, the lighter skin women. So in my opinion, I was like, I think he'll get it, and I think he'll learn. Do you think that he will learn and get it?
I think that this experience gives him a huge opportunity to learn, because he can see if everything is kind of being put in his face. And like I said, I know Monty's a dime a dozen here in DC. But Monty's behavior isn't new. Like, it's not. That's. I mean, I think about the experiences. I'm telling you about the experience I have with dating guys. Right? My friends got a whole bunch of stories dating guys. That his behavior, unfortunately, is not uncommon. Is it right? No. Is it uncommon? No. Like, that's I deal with that a lot dating as a Black woman. And unfortunately, I think most of the average Black males are like that. Straight Black males have some of those tendencies, or if they were in that house with those variables, would exhibit those same tendencies. And I think we should instead look at his behavior. Every single Black man should look at his behavior, look at the behavior of him, and the men from Black men from previous seasons as well too, and see what you can learn from that. You know, learn from the mistakes of others.
Yes, and gay Black men are exactly the same as well. No matter what anybody's, I date Black men. That's what I do. It's the same aspect, and they're straight acting. You know, they're masculine. They have the same tendencies as Monty. So I can I could connect and relate in the same aspect, but different aspects, because of how I see he treated a Black woman. But I understand that point of view. So in my opinion, I'm nervous, because we're going there, but I do think that he will learn from this. I've seen a lot of dudes that I've dated similar to that aspect. They will learn from that. And so, yeah, that's the only reason why I brought that up, because it's like I fucks with you. I relate to you. Like, girl, if you want to FaceTime me, we could do this on FaceTime and just chit chat. We can. I'm, yeah, I'm a random, but like I hear you and I respect you, and I'm like, this is such a huge opportunity for us because there's conversations that a lot of people aren't willing to have with us, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, I was curious about that Monty thing because it's like, I mean, he's a substantial black man. I mean, he is, and I don't care what anybody says. Xavier, a substantial black man. Xavier kind of, I think he used, and I hope you don't take this wrong way, and it might not be right, but I think he used that tactic in a weird way with you. So, I bring up certain things for a reason. Um, and I do think the winner of Big Brother 23, if I meet him, great. But I do think that was a strategy that he used with you, but not necessarily to the he didn't trash talk you behind your back. But I do think he used the same tactics with you that Monty used with Taylor. Y'all just didn't go there. And that's just my opinion. Um
Do you agree
and
with that,
again,
Azza?
I think Xavier knew that part.
Grab that
That
chair.
part. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm gonna be Monty on finale night. I plead the fifth. Okay, please. I am actually usually I'm a very transparent person. I have no problem talking about anything. I've recently made the decision to try and not look. I just want to get no mess. That's what I'm just saying. I don't know.
No, I tell you. And
You're not
and
gonna
and
get a
and
mess.
Azza, I respect it. I wasn't even looking at the comments. Now I'm getting to the comments to be like, oh, did I go there? But you know what? Honestly, that's what I love about this pod, and like that's what I love about like talking to y'all is like I don't mind asking the questions that you might have to filter, but I'm still human. I'm human that watched this show. I'm a black man that watched this show. I'm a black man that knows black men. And whether I'm gay or straight, I know I can see, what a lot of people can't see in terms of like if you're not a black man, if you're not a black woman, blah blah blah. And I honestly think that was a strategy, and I'm gonna stick to that. And props off to that man, but he got a hard pass for that because he knew you was feeling him, and of course he used that to his advantage. From what I observed, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's why I asked about Monty, and so yeah, that's all. I'm gonna shut up now.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just sitting there looking at the camera. I can't say anything.
And Dee Taylor, I know Azza doesn't want Monty. I was just making a point, and it might take a long time to get to my point, but that's all. Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
So,
Y'all found the one thing. Y'all found like I have no problem opening my mouth. Y'all found one thing that I this is the first time my mouth been shut. I have not opened my mouth for the past 3 minutes.
that's what we do.
Couch Potato Queen.
I have to say this though, because of the fact that I did like Xavier, I always try to, and I know this might be some people don't like. I speak very freely about the game, but because I think anything that I might say kind of makes me come across as kind of bitter or resentful or things because I did like him. So I think it's best for me to always just kind of stay quiet on that. At the end of the day, I stand by my decision from the choice that I had for my own values, my reasons wanting to take him to final 2.
Love that. You know, I want to bring up another person that you went to the final 3 with, Big D, and I want to give him his roses. And I want to say that Big D is underestimated. Not underestimated, he's misunderstood. I don't think Big D's a bad guy. I think he got it really hard after the season. And I think that the fans are now starting to see that. I think a lot of the fans are starting to see that they were very hard on him after the season. And yes, he played his game, you know what I mean? He did what he did. But I've always said this. I've said this during your guys' season. I've been saying it now. He seems like a lot of fun. He's someone that I could see myself going out and hitting the town with and having a good time. I think Big D's a good guy. And what are your thoughts like on that? And like, you know, what I guess how he got some backlash, you know, a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I formed affinity to Big D. Big D's hilarious. Big D, I felt like throughout our time in the game, we helped each other. He would help me when I'm down. I'd help him when he was down, you know. I think, unfortunately, the game got to him, you know. And like I said, I'm not trying to paint myself to be a type of saint at all or anything. But in these types of games, I play a loyal game. I just choose that. I'd rather stick on the ship and let it sink. If it's saying so, my crap is sink. I'm not trying to have 3 or 4 options for me to get out. I pick one ship and I go with it. And I think part of the flack that got to him was, even with people being upset with my game decisions, they could see that I was extremely loyal to him. And, you know, they saw, you know, him kind of not really see that I actually really, really deeply had his back. And so the backlash got to him. I think also he wasn't able to articulate his path. I think had he articulated his path better at final 2, I think people would be able to respect what I felt was a great social game that he had. Since the game, he has taken a lot of remorse. We've had multiple conversations where he sat down, he's apologized for the things that he's done. I've been making an effort to improve in my relationships with him. But I think, you know, a lot of people battle insecurities in that house. I myself had insecurities while I was in that house. And I think that those insecurities got to him, and unfortunately they didn't affect our personal relationship. But he has been doing the work in trying to build upon that and become a better person as a result of it.
Right.
But Azza, can I ask a question? What the fuck did Big D do to, like, okay, I'm sorry. Because, like, Big D, yes, I trashed his gameplay on Twitter. Who gives a fuck? But in terms of the person, what the fuck did that man do to make these people, like, Big D didn't do anything. He seems cool as fuck. Like, I would love to meet him. Like, as a Big D, y'all come to New York, I promise you. Steven was just here. You will have a good time. I'm like, he is such a cool person. Josh said this. Why do you think? Is it because he's a gay black man? And I hate to say this, and I hate to reiterate this, but there is such a stigma for our people. And for me, I'm like, okay, he called Tiffany y'all favorite, and that's my favorite. He called Tiffany a bitch. Okay, I call plenty of people that I love, like, in the heat of a moment. I'm in a game. You piss me off, this fucking bitch. Like, who? Like, I'm sure the people that criticized him said the same thing about people they love.
It is definitely.
Why is it such a stigma for him? And I want Big D to come on. If you can talk to Big, I would love to talk to him, because this is like, as a gay black man, I feel him. Huh?
I definitely think, and I say this for everybody, like I said, I don't think anybody deserves the cancel culture or the crazy attacks that come at people. I think I agree with that. I think, and we've had the conversations in this, my last week in that house was very difficult for me and was very hard for my mental health, what happened to me. I think he did do things, he did make mistakes in that last week, but I still know, there's a Bible verse that says, he who has not sinned cast the first stone. So I don't think that it's worth people I don't think anybody is worth attacks on their character or things. I don't understand. For me, if you're mad at him for what he did to me, cool. But does that mean you need to make comments about his weight? No. Does that mean you need to make comments about his dating life or his personal life? No. I think people are very quick to go to the jugular, and at that point, you're doing the same thing, if not worse, than the other person did.
Absolutely, I think I'm gonna keep it a buck too. Like, I'm taking advantage of this moment. Azza, I love you. Like, you are a fucking queen. And Big D, I know the mental health. It's like y'all are my people, and I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if I go on a tangent. Y'all are we're kinfolk. We're here. Did I trash on Twitter? Yes. Was I guilty? Yes. And did I delete some of them? Yes. But that was in the moment. That was in the moment of the game. But when you look at the bigger spectrum of the person, does he really feel that weight? Like, does he really feel like from baby Twitter is such a small minority of people? And from what I observe, I'm like, I feel like it really hurts him. And I would love to talk to him. But it's so sad that particular fandom can hold a weight on our shoulder. We fight every day.
Yeah, the fandom the fandom is very toxic.
It's very toxic.
Yeah, I tweet and speak about it often. The fandom is very toxic. The fandom views the game through biases. They view the game through their favorites. Anyone who kind of goes against their favorites is considered horrible, bad things. Now, in the midst of all that, those people might actually do terrible things that are not correct and not right. But at the end of the day, the fandom has proved itself to be hypocritical at times. I think he'd be happy to come on it and talk. But I've talked about the fandom often. I mean, I think about for myself. I tweet my thoughts, and that's just what I tweet. Throughout the season, I might tweet things that people might agree with, and everyone's like, "Yes, queen, yes, queen." But as soon as I tweet something that people might not, it's "Shut up, go cook something. You didn't do anything. Stay in your bed all day. You're lazy. What do you know about the game? Blah blah blah. This and that. Attacks on my character and things."
You know how to get a final three. That's what you know.
Yeah, no,
no one can take that from you. No one can take that from you.
Like I used to. I mean, during the summer, there was a time when I did go back and forth with them, but now I'm like, I don't know. Interestingly enough, what I love is this past win was so, I can't explain it, but it was very vindictive. Like, it was very cathartic for me and redemptive for me, that like I'm just no longer bothered by any of these things, because Taylor has proved and shown finally that
love it.
Get to the end by being your genuine self. You can get to the end by being quote unquote carried. You can get to the end by not winning all the comps, and it just disproves anything that anyone had to say about my game of saying I played a bad game. No, this woman right here has proven that there is a different way to play the game, and you might not have understood that with me. You have no choice but to accept that with our first Black female winner. So I'm thankful that those things don't have an effect on me anymore, and I feel like I've had a bit of a burden this whole year with that. And with the perception on me and my gameplay, and that burden's been lifted. Like, I'm chilling now.
It's
I love that part of the speech. She was like, there's so much more to playing the game, like, and ways to win the game than XYZ. That was like one of my favorite parts of the speech. Like, it's just like, make it clear. Like, yes, this is not about comp wins. This is not the challenge.
Facts. And Mecca 120. If you're really from Mecca, gotta go. That Frank is too much. It's not about being too much. Like, Azza, I really want to like talk. Like, I don't, if I say something that everybody doesn't agree with, but I know certain people might understand where I'm coming from. That's an example of, if you can pull it up, I don't care. That's an example of the fandom. Is just because we don't agree with what you agree with, that I'm not a sheep. Like, I don't have to agree with you. Yes, I'm gonna give Big D his flowers. I'm gonna give another gay Black man his flowers, and I'm gonna give all my fucking brothers and sisters their flowers because it's rightfully deserved. And I don't care how people think you played the game, what people think about little stuff. That's like that is so minute to me. But to them, it's just such a big deal where you want to cancel somebody over something so minute. That's fucked up. And I will always speak on. I'm not trying to. I have my own brand. I'm not trying to appeal to BB Twitter, BB fandom. Like I talk real, and that's why I'm having such a good time talking to you. Is because it's like I strip away that what the fandom wants. No, these are human beings who live their lives, who have dreams, who are destined for success, and because they do one thing to your favorite, my favorite. I mean, whatever. Like I love Tiffany. What's the stone comment, Azza, in the Bible? Like you said it.
That same cast the first stone.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
And so this fandom doesn't necessarily grasp that, but that's why I was saying like I would love to like just let you guys know that you got people on your side. This fandom is a minority of people. It's a big fandom, no shade. It's a huge fandom, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a minority of people, and your life will go on. You don't need this Twitter toxicity,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's the reason why I said that. But yeah, I go off, but yeah, like like I really just I just really wish that like he, even you got, heat for like doing what you did to Hannah and stuff like that. It's just like y'all are human and y'all based everything on how you connected to the people you connected with. And not all black people, not all women, not all men, not all gay people. We ain't got to go to the end together. I'm going to go to the end with who I trust
Mm-hmm.
and who I fucks with and who I love.
Mm-hmm.
I love you too, but like, you know what I'm saying? And I just commend you. You're holding it down and you're so strong. You're such a strong, beautiful black queen. And I love your painting in the back because I was gonna mention that too. But I just don't think the fandom grasped that because a lot of the fans are those, oh, Black Lives Matter, but y'all want to turn on the cookout when they say at Todrick's house who treated them like royalty. But they don't get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah.
Wait, so what are you saying?
No, I agree. It's very easy to move back and forth. It's a mob, So as soon as sometimes people always feel like, well, they can't be up there too much, Whatever the time when everyone loved the cookout, but as soon as there's something that kind of maybe put us down for, they were able to kind of be on top of that. And people just don't like. I mean, sometimes people just feel like you need to be put in place, for whatever reason. So, but yeah.
Perfect. Steven, are there any other questions you want to ask Azza?
There is.
Okay, let's go.
Kind of have two comments about this, but
perfect.
One, I kind of feel like I know the answer, but which was a harder house to live in? Big Brother or The Challenge?
The Challenge. Yeah, Big Brother was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Ever in my life.
Hard.
Steven, ask some challenge questions. We got to ask some of those too. A couple.
Okay, can I tell you the first episode, Azah's eyelash. That was my favorite. That was my profile photo for the first week of Big Brother. That was everything. I love that. It was so funny. You were so funny on the challenge. I ate up your confessionals.
I just came and had fun. I had gotten asked to do the show in October and I declined it. I got asked 2 more times after that and I declined it. And then the person said, "Can I just get on the phone with you for 10 minutes?" And at that time, I finally felt like I healed from the show. And I was like, you know what? Just do it. And I decided to do it. And literally 6 days later, I was in Argentina. Now, I didn't know how to swim. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't prepare. And I was just fighting my whole life on that challenge, which is why it came out as comical as it did. I was not faking those things. I was struggling the whole time, but I was having a blast. I was having so much fun. Like the challenges. I mean, I did things I never thought I could do before. I'm afraid of heights. I ended up going up like a 22-story building. I ended up jumping 40 feet into the water. You know, I can't swim. I ended up, you know, swimming like 3/4 a mile. Yes, I had a life jacket, but I swim 3/4 of an entire mile by myself, even though I don't know how to swim.
You probably would have swam better than Enzo did.
Oh, poor Enzo.
Just saying.
But I mean,
my God.
I'm proud that I had a great time. I loved it. And I think I would do it if I was asked again. I had a blast. I had so much fun. So yes, challenge for me was much more easy than the Big Brother house.
Remind me again, which was your elimination? What was the game and who was it against?
I was against Sarah and Leo, and it was a freaking puzzle.
That one. Yeah.
Oh, that's one where Sarah had that like look. And then
Oh yeah, she was
again.
like.
She looked like she was gonna. She looked like Jeffrey Dahmer in that.
I was like, you need to calm down.
I was so scared. She was like, "Did you put me in?" I said, "No."
Azza, wait, Azza, can I just ask, what other shows? Like, what shows are you watching right now on TV? Have you watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix?
Man, I need to be. I'm terrible. I don't watch much TV. You know what? Especially after Big Brother House, I haven't gotten accustomed to watching TV yet.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so mad at what I watch. I watch stuff like the McGee, like interior design stuff on Netflix. I watch stuff like Human Resources. Show. I watch Big Mouth. Yeah.
Big Mouth is great.
I love Big Mouth. I watch Big Mouth. Yeah, I watch very like, you know, I watch stupid little cartoons. That's the only time you see me turn on my TV.
So I mean, you live in DC area. Have you ever watched the Potomac Housewives before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I watch it as much now, but Candace was my pageant coach.
What?
Yeah, Candace was my pageant coach.
What?
In Miss Maryland USA for 2 years.
I love her.
Ashley, I know Ashley Bolch because I competed in the Miss DC America system back in 2011 and 2012. So I actually know two of the people who were on the cast. Yes.
That's so cool. Yeah, Ashley. Okay, so Ashley's my age. I'm 34. Same age as her. I think her birthday's the same day as me. So our personalities are very different, very similar. We're both Geminis. June 5th. Like her on the show. That's exactly how I am. Stirring the pot without realizing I'm doing it. Like that's very Gemini. Yeah. So that's so cool. What's Candace like as a coach? Like
Candace is the most big. She has the biggest heart ever.
Yeah.
I know on the show she's able to read real quick. I knew her as just a genuine soul. She's always been extremely kind to me. I personally love her. I know she's a polarizing character on a show, but I love her.
Absolutely. That's so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Potomac is our favorite. We will be covering that. So it's
cool. Well, bring me back on. I'd love to discuss Karen.
Candace has the jam. Have you heard the song When I See You?
Yeah, no, I'm so happy with her singing career. It's been great.
Yes. When I See You, like I used to visit DC all the time. Like that song, When I See You, they had that like what is it? Like what do you call it? The bounce or like the
Go.
Did you
Go? That's what it's called. Go.
Yes. And and that song had it all. I was just like, that's the jam. Yeah.
Josh, can you pull up Dee Taylor's last comment?
Okay, yeah. This one?
They do have a photo, and it is my cover photo on Twitter right now.
We do have a photo. Yes, we do.
I was living for it.
I love that.
It's my new cover photo. I was like, yep, this right here.
That's a good song too, Deb. The only When I See You I know is Fantasia.
Hey, when I see you. Hey.
Okay, Azza, so you can sing. We're singers here up in here. Are you an alto? Are you a soprano or an alto?
I'm a soprano, and that's all.
Love that.
So I go back and forth. Yeah.
Were you in choir growing up?
I was in choir. I was a theater kid. I did musical theater.
I love this.
Choir. choir in my church. I'm praise and worship leader at my church. I've been singing my whole life.
Wait, I gotta know.
Azah.
What was your favorite BB23 song that you guys made up? Because y'all had a bunch.
Big Blue Couch.
We did a lot, but Big Blue Couch, I loved it because I heard it in my head, you know, and I knew what I was going for, the Donna Summers vibe, you know, and it just
Yes.
It's Big Blue Couch.
Blue again. I got it. It was good.
I was thinking like Donna Summers, like late 60s, early 70s Supremes, you know, like Dream Girls have dream, you know, one night only.
Come on, big baby, come on. Okay.
Yes,
every man has its own special. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Dreamgirls. When I saw it I never saw obviously I didn't see the original on Broadway. You know, but the movie I saw like 40 times. It's my favorite.
Me too. Curtis was supposed to love me.
Hey.
Stay out of this, Lorellis, between me and Dina.
Yeah, and you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Love You I Do is one of my karaoke songs that I do.
I never met a man.
Quite like you.
Hey.
Making my
Come on, Azza.
Yes.
Wait.
Sure you'll find it as a do. And do everything too.
Hey.
I
love you, I do. Okay.
Hey.
One more.
Okay.
Step into the bad side.
Gonna take a mean ride.
Yes.
Hey. Yes.
I love this.
Azza. Look at me.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
me.
Come on, baby.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying every way I can. Come on.
I am changing.
I know I can. I'm gonna leave my past behind. Yes.
And guess what, Azza? And no one. Come on, let's keep going. And no one.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Long night.
Oh,
Azza's gonna
You
sound.
said what? Wait, Azza, what you saying?
We need a sing-along night.
We do. We should totally. Awesome. We got to. I'm telling you, we got to do karaoke together. I'm serious.
Oh wait, I would love to.
Let's do it. When you're visiting, I told Tiffany, I was like, I know all the spots. You'll come to gay karaoke at Pronto or Soho. Let's do it.
Brittany says she's going to that too.
And the funny thing is, when I do karaoke, I do When I See You. I usually do When I See You when I do karaoke. Yeah.
I can take it down. Like I've done I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston and Slade It, got a standing ovation. Like I can do it. I have a very soulful voice, so I can.
Okay.
I'm a tenor 1, but I could go like my voice is very feminine and I can go those.
Oh, nice. You have the range.
I have the pipes. Yes, I can do it.
I do. I love me a good old Journey too, but Don't Stop Believing as well.
Okay, so my favorite Journey song is Love and Touch and Squeezin' and Lights.
Oh, I don't know if I know that one.
Lights is when the lights go down in the city and the stars shine on the bay. Oh, I want to be high in my city. Oh, that one.
Yes, Josh.
Damn, Josh.
That's Josh.
Yes, I was like, let's duet
You
this.
did that.
Yes.
You did that. Okay.
Yeah, I can't relate. I don't know if you guys saw Amazing Race last night, but just like Claire, I'm tone deaf too.
Are they still in it? I didn't watch the episodes.
Are they still in it? Oh, they're still in it.
They're still in it.
Yo, Steven will fuck up some Gaga though. I heard some Gaga.
Now that
I give you some Gaga. Gaga's good. I like her new song. I like her.
Hold My Hand.
Yeah, I like that song. It's good.
Azza, who's your favorite artist right now? Who are you listening to?
My favorite artist right now, I love Afrobeats. So I mean, Burna Boy is my favorite. Burna Boy. I know everyone's getting onto Burna Boy now, but I've been a Burna Boy fan for like the past 4 years. Actually, more than that. I've been riding with Burna Boy for a while. But I stick with the classics. Toni Braxton has got me through every single breakup you can think of. I love me some Toni. Okay.
I do. Unbreak my heart.
Yes.
Azza, you said Burna Boy? I'm looking him up right now. You said Burna Boy?
Burna Boy. Look up Burna Boy Last. That's like the summer hit everyone knows. Do you want me to play it?
Oh. Okay. Will YouTube yell at us? Fuck it.
Might.
Oh, they might.
No, just
if you play the song, they might yell.
Okay.
We'll play it after the live.
It's the one that it's the playoff of Toni Braxton's oh my gosh, what is Toni Braxton's He Wasn't Man Enough for me.
Yes. Wasn't man enough for me.
Yeah, he does a play off of that. It's like he does a whole beat of that. You go bound to discuss your That's it.
I like
so they'll be fine. YouTube will be fine. But yes, Azza, I'm about to download it. Yes.
It's a good one.
Azza, do you like In Vogue? I'm a huge In Vogue fan.
Oh yeah, never gonna
Hell
get it.
yeah.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. You're never gonna get it. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I love In Vogue.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I love In Vogue.
So Azza, so Azza, you know, we're 2 hours and 16 minutes into this. I'm normally not the one to want to leave or anything. So how was your time? Are you having a good time? How was our guest?
I love you guys. I'm having a good time. I've had a great time.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
We've been kicking, we've been giving tea, we've been serving it hot, piping it, we've been taking
Yes.
We've been having a good time. Yes.
That's good. That's what we.
So, all right. So that's my disclaimer. So, Azza, whenever you're ready to go, you let us know. I'm having so much fun, so I'm good. If the viewers, if y'all having a good time, like, I mean, I'm not saying let's keep you and we're gonna hold you hostage for like an hour or two. But shit, if you want to, shit. But you know, I want to keep going. I'm having so much fun. It's like I'm on like a Zoom with my friends and Azza, this queen.
Y'all remember that app during COVID?
Zoom.
Was it? It was an app that everyone would come in. We played games. Something how?
Yeah. Oh, Jackbox.
Was it Jackbox?
Jackbox TV. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and everyone could come in. It was like everyone could come in and we play games and stuff like that.
We should do a Jackbox night. We'll bring you on. We'll bring Tiffany. Like maybe we'll do like the Cookout Girls. Like maybe make you, Tiffany, Chada, and we'll do Jackbox.
I'm down.
That would be a fun night.
How many people in the Cookout have you had on so far?
So
you're number 4.
You're number 4. We have not had X and we have not had Big D yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and we had Brittany and
we had Rockstar,
Jessica
Milagros, which we love.
Yes.
Jessica's one of our mentors. We love Jessica. We love her podcast. Like they've been so good. Have you met Busy Blue? Do you know Busy?
I love Busy. Busy lives near me.
Yep. So Busy, Jess, Nicole. Oh no, not Nicole. What did I say? Nicole. Sarah from Nerdtainment. Sarah, and then Jolene Lunzer. They're like our mentors. They're the ones that kind of brought us. Like they're kind of the ones that supported us and helped us get to where we are.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We love them.
Yeah, I've been able to. I just saw Sarah on Sunday in LA. I love Sarah.
Who?
Sarah.
Sarah Beth?
No. Sarah from Nerdtainment, Frank. She's one of our mentors.
Oh, okay. Wait, from where?
Nerdtainment.
Nerdtainment, Sarah.
Oh, I'm not
Frank,
sure of.
Frank, I don't know if you know Sarah, but I've gone live with her a few
I love
times.
Sarah.
Yeah.
She did the X
Oh,
interviews
okay.
for Challenge USA too,
Yeah.
didn't she?
Yeah, she's doing
Oh
the
no,
challenge.
yeah. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Okay.
What were you saying, Azza?
Oh no, I love Sarah. I love Jessica. That's one of my girls. Jessica's one of my girls. Like that's actually like I would say one of my closer friends from the Disney alumni circle.
Did she go to Disney with you guys too?
She did go to Disney with us. Yeah.
Okay, so we're Taylor and Joseph.
See, they be know Steven and Josh, they be knowing. You know, like that's why I fuck with them. Like
my Twitter fingers run a mile an hour.
They are awesome.
Yes.
They are just such beautiful, genuine souls. Like, and it's hard to meet those types of people in the game. It really is. Like, there's because it's very you have an excuse to kind of just play the way you want and manipulate and lie and backstab and you can just see in their nature they're not like that. And we just number one could not have met a more deserving winner with Taylor. Joseph is hilarious. He's also a bit of a troll. Like he likes to joke and make fun of people. He's up my alley. Like he's so funny. He's hilarious.
Wait, who?
Joseph.
Oh, Joseph?
Joseph, 25 attorney at law.
Joseph is hilarious.
Oh, yes. Can we talk about Joseph? Like, yeah, that's what I'm like.
Talk about him.
How is Joseph?
How's that body in person?
No, he's a beautiful person inside and out. I was able to spend some time with him at dinner and at Disney the next day. He's a beautiful, amazing individual from the inside and out, and he smells good too.
Oh, I bet he does.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He smells good. Yeah, I'm big on him.
I would love to chat one day with Queen Taylor. That would be amazing.
So how was Joseph and Taylor's chemistry in person?
Yeah, that's
for
how I
you?
was asking. Are they dating?
I to be honest, I don't know. I see them I've seen them twice. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea about their relationship. But so for me, like anything about BB23, I feel free to talk about because my experience with BB24, because I feel like I'm a spectator watching. I feel like things aren't really my business to kind of like be talking about, But they have given me any kind of indication. They have not told me that they are together. I think no matter what, I think they just have a very genuine relationship of friends. Yeah.
Oh,
whatever it is,
okay.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's beautiful, whatever it is. I think they got each other's back.
I will say Taylor is gorgeous, stunning, and
so
a winner. And a winner.
And even after the game, you gotta play the game.
Let me add some. She's the winner.
Yeah, and when I say friends, I'm not saying that they're friends. I truly don't know what they are. I'm just saying like. I don't even know what to say. But I'm saying just today that I ain't read my business, and they ain't told me nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mind my business on that.
You know what? That's okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. No, like yeah. I hope if they're a relationship, that would be so beautiful. But like I think that would be so beautiful. But there's their life. Their life is not VB Twitter. They can play with us, but like that's not their life.
They know they have all the jailer stands are out there, so maybe they're just having fun.
Everyone wants the jailer, and you know what, Azza? We're gonna find you a man. I'm gonna find you your husband. It's gonna happen. I'm a matchmaker. Okay, I'm a yenta, as we call ourselves. I will find you a man.
Yes, thank you, Yenta. Yes, matchmaker.
Make me a man.
Catch me a catch.
Okay, so we need to talk some musicals. Wait, really quick. 6. Please tell me you've heard the soundtrack. Have you heard the soundtrack? Beheaded.
I saw it on tour in DC. They're amazing.
Isn't it one of the best musicals out there right now? It's incredible.
Good.
I know. Divorce. Beheaded.
Yes. Oh, I love it. No.
What is your favorite musical of all time?
Favorite musical of all time. Favorite musical of all time. There's so many. Sweet Charity. I know it sounds weird, but I love Sweet Charity. That has Fosse. Let me try to name another one that you might know. I love Once on This Island.
Wait.
I love that one.
Yeah,
Once on
really wait, Azza.
I'm Les Mis.
Sweet Charity. That's a classic.
Sweet Charity is a classic from way back in the day with Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah,
yes.
I have four. We got Les Mis. We got Rent, because Rent.
Oh, Rent, yeah.
Any day of the week.
Yeah.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods is good.
And Dreamgirls. Those are my top four.
Dreamgirls is great. Yeah, I also love the era of like Singing in the Rain, Bye Bye.
Yes, the classics.
Yes, the classics. I love the classics as well too. My dream role though would be.
Let's ask, what's your dream role?
Dream role, Rafiki in The Lion King.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I would F up. He lives in you. Yes, Ingo Mate. He lives in me. Yeah.
Why are you not trying out on Broadway? Why are you not?
I am. It's hard though. I'm not part of AEA. I look at.
So, Azza, we're gonna talk after this because one of my good friends, he actually, he was nominated for a Tony, and then another good friend of mine, he won a Tony for costume design, and then one of my friends was in Slave Play, and he was nominated for a Tony for best actor. So that's why I would love to talk more with you because I'm in these streets, and you are so talented. You are so talented, and like marketing wise strategy, you're also like you're a household name. Like, didn't you just go see Chicago with? It
was my first musical, and Angelica Ross was Roxy. She's the first transgender woman to ever play Roxy.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Yo,
I was front row.
Azza, let's talk. Like, you are so talented.
I would love to. So believe it or not, it's difficult to kind of transition into the acting and theater world from reality television because reality television isn't as respected. But I would love. Like, I would love to be able to get in theater if I found a car. I'd be so happy if I got a role, whether in on tour or whether in residence someplace. I love theater.
Oh, that was I've grown up.
Yeah, I'm more in the film world, but like in terms of theater, I'm like I have my bachelor's in theater as well.
Both. I do. My love is just. I would say my original love is theater, but I'm open to film as well too. I've been doing a lot of networking, trying to figure out how to get into that scene. I've been trying to get an agent for a while. It's not easy. You would think it'd be easy, being on a reality show, but it's harder than a lot of people think. So I am very open to getting an agent. I'm very open to these roles. I've been out there auditioning as much as I can for things I think are a good fit for me.
Don't give up on that. I think you can do it. I think.
Oh yeah. Azza, I know you can do it. Like, I know you are so talented. Like, you are such a fucking pioneer for this community. You are talented. You're beautiful. Like, I see so much greatness. And again, I am on this podcast with these beautiful men, with everybody else, and everything. I feel like God talks to us when we least expect it, and in ways that God wants to talk to us. And for me, I saw your journey, and when you sung on the feeds, you got like in trouble a couple times. There's like no singing.
Yeah.
But so I looked at you sung Home, right?
I did sing Home. I did. How'd you
know that? and that's my favorite musical in the entire world. That's one of my like favorite songs?
Can we just say The Wiz is way better than The Wizard of
Beautiful.
Oz?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let's rank The Wiz, then Return to Oz, then Wicked is up there with Return to Oz.
That's
Then
up there. But
Yeah.
nothing will trump The Wiz. And when I heard that, like, and you was also in pageants and stuff, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I
So when oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting excited. I'm fangirling. I'm fangirling at the end. But continue. I'm sorry.
No, you continue. You were asking. You said you were in. Did you have something to say after that?
Yes, you was in pageants, and that's how I saw you did the Wiz,
I
and
did.
then and I don't think that a lot of people realize that, like, that was why, like, you remind me of Taylor as well in terms of like just how you carry yourself as strong Black women that don't have to be aggressive in your face. And I'm just so in awe right now. And I really honestly think you are so talented. I don't know if other people know this, but I was like listening, and then you sung with your friend. You was like, you did a video where you was like doing song lessons, and you have something so special. And I'm just like, I feel like Big Brother was just like that wall to break through, so the world can finally see you. And reality TV is going to be reality TV, but your true gift and passion, in my opinion, I can only speak from in my opinion, it is that beautiful voice. You're a very great actress. I even tweeted, I was like, oh, I might have tweeted some other stuff, Azza, about the gameplay, but I love you, sis. But that's just how it is, whatever. But you're improving. When you were improving, I was watching it, and I went to school for this. I lived in this world. You are so talented.
Thank
And
you.
I hope your talent is not minimalized or just constructed to this reality world, because I feel, and I just can tell there's so much greatness in your talent and your gift. And you have a gift. And I'm going to stop talking after this. Give me another shot. But I just want to just say that I've been watching.
Thank you. It means a
And
lot. It truly, honestly, does mean a lot. Because I know with how the show has edited me, I came across as very reserved, quiet. I think they get a little bit of my funny bits here and there, but I do have that introverted nature to me, yes. But I do have a true passion for acting and for improv. I went to school and I studied it. I was obsessed with this craft for so long, and I got discouraged because I wasn't getting to where I wanted to go to, but this show is just having me trying, and now I'm getting back to that. I'm like, you know what, I'm 31, but that doesn't mean I have to stop. My life isn't over. I'm not married. I'm still single. I can still just go after the dreams that I have. I'm not exactly certain where God wants me or where he wants to put me, but I know what makes me truly happy. And that's when I am singing. That's why I'm in front of the audience. That's when I am acting. That's why I'm able to be a whole other individual. So I really appreciate that you see that. So that knowing that somebody sees that means a lot to me.
No, I see it.
That's the one I'm thinking I wanted to talk to you about. Also, wasn't like even Big Brother there. I want to talk to you about like musicals and your like singing and like all these things. Cause like all summer I watched you like sing and like making up the songs and stuff. I was like, she is someone that I like, just like all these people I hung out with growing up. Like that was what I loved to do as well, was musicals and singing and being in choir. I'm in an all gay men's choir now. That's
so cool.
Yeah, it's 100 gay men in a choir together. I'll tell you. That's like,
you guys sent me the videos. That must be so impressive.
I know. Yeah, we're performing. We're doing our Christmas one in December. It will be cute. So yeah,
I love that.
But yeah, so I love, like, that's what I do. So it's like, oh my, I wanted to come and talk to you about that. Like, that was the main thing that I was excited to talk to you about. So
we're gonna have some good times, man. We're gonna have some good times.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, so Steven, what else? What other question we have? What do we want to talk about? Are we ready to? I feel like we're almost ready to wrap up. So like once Frank gets back, we can wrap up and everything. Oh, Frank's back. Frank,
I didn't say I was ready to wrap. I didn't say I was ready to wrap up, but if y'all are, I mean,
I thought you were ready. I thought you were ready to go. Like I don't know, Frank.
I just poured some more. Like, but
pour
you
the
know,
wine.
I mean,
Okay, pour it. Keep going.
it's look like Azza, you're our you're our queen right now. Like, I mean, I will always take advantage of giving another Black woman her flowers when I see how the world, what the world gives. So I'm here. So if you know, it's up to y'all. Like,
Did I see you in New York City?
huh?
Did I see you in New York City at House Jobs?
No, I didn't. I was so nervous to come. Had it been like this year,
You had COVID. That's why you couldn't go.
who I did?
Yeah, it was the premiere. It was the premiere, like at the very beginning. You said you had COVID. You couldn't go.
Oh wait, house chops? What, for the premiere or the finale?
No, her party was the premiere party in New York, right?
Yeah.
No.
Premiere, and then I did the finale on Sunday. I did both.
And then you did one in Chicago, and me and
I was too nervous. Azza, I was so nervous. I want to go so bad. And y'all did that Taj. I've actually y'all did that Taj, right?
Yes, we were doing a Taj. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to be a club promoter, and I promoted at Taj for like LGBT, urban, Black, gay stuff. So I actually did an event at Taj, and I was like, oh my God, just go. You know where you're going, like. But I was so nervous because I wasn't doing the pod yet, and so I was just nervous. I'm human, but I wanted to go so bad.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'll tell anyone who's watching, a lot of people are nervous when they come out, but I worked in hospitality before, and I worked very, very, very hard to make sure that that I create a welcoming environment. There are a lot of people who come alone. There are a lot of people who come with nobody or don't have anybody, and then they get to meet other huge fans of Big Brother, and they begin to become friends, and then they come with each other to our next event, and you're never going to feel out of place. You're never going to feel like you're staring against the wall the whole time. I make it a point to speak to every single person that I see, make sure they're having a good time. I dance with everybody. I barely spend any time with my cast. I'm spending most of the time on the floor with everyone, making sure everyone is having a good time. So you won't, I promise you, you'll feel so welcome.
Okay. And Josh actually, and I received that. And if you come back to New York, oh my God, I would
coming back to New York.
Okay, yes, because Josh actually met Tiffany at her birthday party in person.
Yeah.
I was telling Azah that. I was like, Azah, why weren't you there?
I know, I couldn't make it. I know my sister's bachelorette got in the way.
Can I say that man Kylan in person? Woof. He is a beautiful man in person, okay? And I said this to his face when we had him on. I said this right to him.
He said that shit.
I said that shit.
Woof.
Woof.
No, Kylan is a beautiful man. Yes, he is. Kylan is very handsome. Yes.
Ooh. I say Kylan over Xavier. I don't know. I mean, like, in person.
Yeah, they're both different. It's like pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? They're different.
I mean, I'll take both.
Like Xavier is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think DF is beautiful. We had a lot of good-looking guys on the season. Christian, it was like
Christian.
Pick your poison. Christian is very good-looking. DX is very good-looking. Brent is good-looking. You know, Frenchie is good-looking.
I would take all 8 of them. Bring them on. Let's go party. Okay. With that said, I think we are going to call it a night for tonight. We had so much fun with you tonight.
Guys, I had so much fun.
We want to have you back for sure. Like, no.
I'm coming back, especially if you guys are reviewing Potomac. Yo, bring me back.
Honestly, Azah, do you want to just cover it with us? We'll have you on for a couple episodes. I don't.
No, absolutely. I'll come. I'm gonna make sure to get it to, and especially you guys do Atlanta.
We will.
Yes.
We will.
Atlanta's like I love Atlanta.
So how happy were you that Marlo got her peach this season? Because I was happy.
I was happy she got her peach because it's years in the making, you know.
Yes.
I will say, you know, best first season, I don't know, but I'm happy that she got her peach. You know what I'm saying?
Also, the rumor that I've heard is that Portia might be coming back, and also I've heard
I hope so.
the lawsuit with Nene. This is, I don't know what this is, but it's no longer happening. You know, Nene was suing Bravo. It's no longer happening, which is leading fans to believe that Nene might be coming back. I don't know what the truth is.
Interesting. I mean, Nene is Housewives. Like, Nene literally is. There's no Housewives without Nene. I can understand, sometimes she gets a little, I don't want to say full of herself, but she kind of gets a little big on her britches sometimes. But at the end of the day, Housewives is Nene. She put them on the map. Honestly, there was OC, and yes, OC was great and all that stuff, but I feel like Nene really introduced a whole new audience.
Yes.
Solidified. Yes.
Just kind of confirmed and made Housewives the flagship that it is. So you got to give her flowers for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It was Atlanta that put it on the map, in my opinion, with season 1.
I love that Black Heart, Thriller. Yes.
Season 1 through 3 of Atlanta should be in the Torah, okay? Like that shit. Like season 2 with Lindsay Lohan's daddy and the wig pull.
Yes.
And then
check me, boo.
And then season 3, Kim's like, sweetie!
Sweetie! And then the best contract.
And wait. What about
Sandy, when Nene was in her face? You're trying me right now.
And what about the ring didn't mean nothing? Oh.
No, there's
what about I said what I said. That's the version.
That's
part. That's the merry man.
Sheree coming out in spring, summer, September.
Wait, what?
Oh, she has a show?
No, shout out for She by Sheree finally coming out in spring, summer, September.
Oh, right. Yeah. It was,
She Sheree finally.
Yeah, and shout out to like her sitting next to Andy. Like I was like, all right, Sheree.
Right?
I don't know. Kim kind of ruined herself in season 10. I don't think Kim will ever come back. I don't know.
I don't know if I need her back.
I don't need her back. She was good in the old days. Kim kind of ruined it for me in her final season. And I was like, this is a little bit microaggressive, a little bit how she was acting. I'm like, I'm kind of done with Kim. Bring back Lisa Will. Bring back Lisa.
Yeah, even though don't be God or pot was a bit of a they got her hits, man. Legs and hips and body.
Hey.
Candy Burris is one of my favorite housewives. Not gonna lie.
Oh yes, she is.
She is. She's also the most wealthy housewife of any housewife in any franchise. Is Candy Burris the number one wealthy?
She's the reason why I tried out for Big Brother.
Candy, because she was on Celebrity.
So I'm a huge Real Housewives fan, and I was like, she announced on her Instagram that she's going to be on Celebrity Big Brother, and I was like, let me see what this is about. And I fell in love and became obsessed, and then watched every single season. And from then on, I just became a live feeder and just like attached to the show. And one thing that Todrick did was after the show, Todrick called Candy and I FaceTimed her, and she told me congratulations. So another thing I'm appreciative of.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's like he just FaceTimed her and was like, hey, you know about the cookout, right? Azza tried out for this because of you. And so that meant a lot to me.
Love that.
That's
beautiful.
Awesome. We're gonna have you back to You Housewives. We're gonna do it. You should
I'd love to
do it with us. You'll be one of our correspondents.
I'm just as much of my superfan knowledge in Big Brother is. Same thing with Housewives.
Frank, Potomac starting soon.
I'm here. I'm ready.
So like we all had run
I'm
shows like
about Housewives because I'm saving it for the pod when it comes on. Like if you want to come through, let's do it.
We're gonna do Housewives. So we're gonna do Housewives. I run big, like I'm the main Big Brother person, but Frank is gonna be running the Housewives one, which we're starting. And do you watch any Drag Race? We're doing too, but we do it all. Survivor, we do it all.
Awesome.
The challenge.
The challenge. Steven's
The
doing the
challenge.
challenge.
MTV the challenge.
We got it. So
Yeah, this is the official announcement. Azah, we're gonna do our little plugs. Steven will be holding down the challenge. The
the
challenge comes
podcast.
down. That will be Steven's baby. So I'm excited. I'm gonna make a couple appearances on it, but that's gonna be Steven's baby when the challenge come on, and I cannot wait to see him hold it down.
I put the
Steven, you do a
T in
great fucking
MTV.
job.
Yeah.
Bam, baby. Yes.
It's always good. So we got the challenge coming up. We got Potomac coming up. So we have a lot of stuff. We have Survivor on Wednesdays that we're doing as well, which will be fun. But Azah, just to start off, where can our fans, which they already probably know the answer to this, but those who don't, can they find you on social media?
Yes, you can find me at Wonderful World of AZ, Wonderful World of Oz on Instagram. On Twitter, you can find me at Azah_Awasum, and that's the same thing. Thank you.
Yes. It's already on my phone. Sorry, I'm sorry.
_Awasum on TikTok.
All right. We love that. I mean, I already follow all
I'm
of
on
you.
TikTok.
I need to be on the TikTok. There we go. All right. And Steven, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Reginald__George, or if you want the real tea, come to Twitter. You can find me at WasReallyGood1.
And Frank, what
What's
about
really
you?
good? You can follow me on Instagram. That's more my personal thing. At I'm Frank Williams. Business, personal, whatever. See our stories. Steven, we had some fun stories. And Twitter, you can follow me at I'm Frank W, talking politics mainly. Since Big Brother's over, so mainly politics. But yeah, follow me. I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all.
And you all can follow me for my thought pictures on Instagram at Mendels8. That's Mendels8. And on Twitter, same thing, Mendels8. But I'm really always tweeting on Couch Potato Queens, Couch Potato QWNZ. On Instagram at Couch Potato Queen, spelled out exactly how it is. And if you're not already doing so, please subscribe to our channel. We have so much coming up, and we've had such a fun summer covering Big Brother. Like,
yes,
we're gonna keep up the Big Brother going too. Like, we're thinking of doing like
tonight was epic.
Are up to like this is great, but we are gonna keep continuing throughout the year. It's not just Big Brother. We continue with a bunch of shows, everyone, but we'd love to see you guys. So definitely subscribe. Azah, I'm speechless. Like, tonight was so much fun.
So much
we
fun.
had a blast.
I had fun. You guys are a good crew, and I think this name is very fitting for me. I find a lot of solace on beds and couches, so I feel like I fit right in with this podcast. The Couch.
Yes, join our team. All right. All right, everyone. We love you. Hope you have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Hope you have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.